Okay, so just waking up, but what I want to do is 2 days ago, one of my students had one of their first sales calls that they wanted feedback on. I gave it to him. I was harsh, um, and within 12 hours, he implemented everything I said and sold the next call using a much better script. And I'm going to give you the Loom feedback that I gave him for both those days, day one and then day two. And the day two was significantly better. He sold them. He didn't close them because he didn't take a deposit, but he could have easily. The fucking guy was even like, oh, I really am serious. Like, you'll see. So, but the important thing for you guys is you'll see how I was able to shift his offer away from an SMMA to an AIMA model, AI marketing agency model, servicing e-commerce stores. Okay, so this is going to be a super long video, but it's just raw, uncut, the feedback that I gave my student so that you guys can see what a sales calls looks like when you're a rookie, the sort of feedback that you can get from someone who's good and done it, and the sorts of improvements you can make. And there's still obviously improvements that he can make. There's tons of improvements that he can make, but it was a night and day difference from the first call he did, then he implemented my feedback. Second call, way better. Still lots of mistakes, but so much better. Okay, so there you go. Hope it's interesting. Cheers. Okay, so I watched 2 minutes.
See, I saw here, I was really interested in some of the guarantees that you had on your website about, 90 days.
Promises, okay.
Implementing the organic and paid ad scaling strategy.
You have like dead energy. Why do you have dead energy? I have no idea. You need more energy. You need more focus.
Strategies, so... Those were the things really that interested me most, like through TikTok and things like that. I know that you reached out through the Cocoage Instagram.
Yeah. Come on, bitches.
However, so Cocoage is part of an umbrella company called UHI Cosmetics. Okay. And right now, UHI, we would like to push, rather than Cocoage, 2 of our other brands that do a lot better e-commerce wise than Cocoage does, and has a little bit more of a presence and trust with its customers, I would say, and that's EC Cosmetics and Adore Cosmetics. Okay. And I can do the link for those if you're not familiar.
Yeah, please. You can send it.
So say, okay, great. So which company are we focusing on? That's Dior Cosmetics? That's the better one? You said, okay, great. Let's talk about that. You got to steer her. She's taking control with her very slow and friendly way of doing it. And okay, for Dior Cosmetics, you said you're looking for all this stuff. What we offer is amazing AI ads that are better than anything generated by, real UGC creators at extremely high volume so that you can rapidly test and rapidly have winners. And because these AI ads are created by our AI systems, I'll explain how they work, right? They have a 60% better hit rate than anything done by a human. That's our big advantage that we're going to offer to you. I'm going to explain that more in depth. You should have cut her off right now and said all this. I'm going to explain that more in depth coming up. But first, I just got to figure out if you've ever done a call like this before. Maybe you're going to say that, maybe not. But, she's already been blabbering on forever. You got to cut her off. Yes, no, whatever. It doesn't matter. Then you say something. Okay, cool, no problem. So the way this call is going to go is blah, blah, blah. You know that, right? And then you say, okay, so let's dive into this business. So we're doing Dior, whatever she said, cosmetics, right? Cool. Okay, what are you guys currently at? Great. What do you want to get to? What's your goal? Awesome. What's the biggest struggle for you getting there? Okay, cool. What have you tried before? Are you the decision maker here? Are you the owner? No, I'm not. Okay, well, we better reschedule this call with someone who can actually make the decision. But I'll give you a quick overview, high level, of what we do so that you can go back to them and then we can, figure out a time where all 3 of us can be on a call together. Is that cool? Yeah, that's cool. Give her a 30, 90-second elevator pitch and boom, off she goes. You don't waste time with people like this. Then after this one, you do number 5. Okay, why does it matter to you? You said you're here. Your goal is here. What's the personal motivation for you to actually do it? And this is assuming you're speaking to a decision owner, business decision maker, business owner, right? And then you have all things you need for the rest. Your calls can be like 40 minutes, man. They can be like 45 minutes because you're just pitching UGC ads. So let's keep going.
In the chat.
Adore.
Okay, so and you're the representative for your company?
Yes.
Okay. So was it launched under it or was it acquired?
I'm sorry, can you
That doesn't fucking matter. Bro, you just say, which company do you want to talk about now? One, Dior, Adore. Okay, let's talk about that and dive in. You're letting her lead the fucking conversation.
can you clarify the question? Like,
Yeah, so was the brand created separately and then scaled and sold and acquired, or was it built from the actual?
Why the fuck does this matter to you? This has literally zero relevance to your pitch or anything you're gonna do. Why? Why are you asking this? No point, just waste time.
Parent company?
it was it was built under the parent company. So UHI Cosmetics, Adore Cosmetics, Deep Sea, Coquage all have the same owners and have been owned by the same owners for over 2 decades. Deep Sea Cosmetics is our longest standing brand out of all of them. Adore Cosmetics was launched as a more like high scale celebrity type brand when it
Like she's just blah blah blah, but you're letting her blah blah blah, but none of this blah 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 matters to you. It's just a waste of your time.
first came out in its day. And Deep Sea focuses more on like Dead Sea minerals, like organic type of skincare products.
She's so weak. You can so easily put her on track, and you're not doing it. Look at her. What she is? She's like a low level, I don't know, the equivalent of a virtual assistant in the company. She's nobody. She's no decision maker at all. She's just blah, blah, blah. So it's a perfect opportunity for you to take control. Because you'll have harder clients or harder prospects you have to take control of. Okay? You didn't. First lesson. Take fucking control. It's 5 minutes in. You wasted the entirety of the 5 minutes so far.
So there hasn't been any like selling and acquisition or anything like that. So
Okay, so, and you're looking for essentially a marketing side to every company?
for right now, for
What the fuck does that even mean? You don't know what you're asking. She doesn't know what you're selling. She doesn't know what she's saying. This is a disaster from the outset.
For Deep Sea and for Adore, yes, like scaling the marketing and bringing more sales, essentially, more online
Level they're
sales.
at? No. What do more sales look like? No.
Well,
It's possible.
Sales?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like,
no, go on.
That's what you.
Oh, I was just gonna say.
On, you don't let them go on. Why would you let them go on? You have the script. You have to go step 1, step 2, step 3. You have to take fucking control. 6 minutes in, you're just wasting 6 minutes. All this is bullshit. I'm bored as fuck listening to her. She's not giving you any relevant or good info. You got to take control of these fucking conversations. And she's the biggest pushover in the world.
The way
And she'll never make a decision because it's not in her capacity to make any sort of decision.
the main way right now that the majority of our brands make money is through wholesale. And so
Yeah.
we just want right now, like through our Shopify stores and through different channels, scale up the e-commerce side, since right now that hasn't really been a big focus for like.
Okay, great. So you want to focus on e-com. So we do amazing UGC ads that convert 1.5x better than any human ads. That's what we do. Are you interested in this? Yes. Okay, great. So I'll talk about it. But first, before we go there, let me just lay out the structure of the call so you understand what to expect.
The company as a whole. And so that's why I'm, shopping around for different agencies and individuals to see how they can help. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, it seems like you already know a lot about us. Our offer has changed over time for the better. But like you said, we obviously work on many other platforms. It's not just focused on TikTok. It's most.
Can you boost your energy? Like, I don't know, just like chug like a monster or 5 or 15 so you have higher energy on these calls? This is dead energy. Yeah, we work on like, 2, 3 other platforms. There's no conviction. Look at your posture. You're like slouching over, right? Lean back, sit up, open your chest. Fucking push your hair out of your forehead to sell, right? Because right now you're in the role of a salesman. can't be like this as a salesman.
The short form, but we do also have one of our biggest clients is primarily on Pinterest because it's a luxury product, it's engagement rings, and obviously you need a image only board. Then because it's not just focused on TikTok. It's mostly short form, but we do also have one of our biggest clients is primarily on Pinterest.
What the fuck? Why? Okay. All noise. You're not following any script. You're not doing, like, I know eventually you'll get to it, but like you could have gotten to this 30 seconds in and we're already 7 minutes and you're not doing anything. So no, stop it.
Because it's a luxury product.
And you don't have to tell her the offer fucking changed. She doesn't know what your offer was before. Have you talked to her before? Fuck no. Okay? So you just say, we offer amazing high quality UGC ads that perform 1.18x better than any human ads, and we can produce enormous quantity of volume for you. And that's what we do. You plug them into your systems. If you don't have a media buyer, you don't have teams running the ads, we can recommend very, very good, high quality, high level media buyers who we've worked with and can take on you guys or extra clients for extra capacity. That's external to us. We provide the best ads in the world. When you work with us, you get the best ads in the world and you get the biggest volume in the world. So at the end of the day, you can have the cheapest, highest quality ads that will give you the best cost per click and CPM and conversions and ROAS on your ads. So if you're running ads right now, are you running ads? You should have found this already, right? Like, I'm just making this up, but like, do you see how like I have some conviction and I'm like making points like we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. What is this? What are you doing? You're like slouched over on the desk, like hair in front of your face, like, oh, you know, Pinterest and no, static. And, you know, actually we changed their offer. She doesn't give a shit. She doesn't know what your offer was before, bro.
It's engagement rings and obviously
it doesn't, I don't look at the websites of the clients or what products. I don't give a flying fuck ever. So this is your crutch right now. Get rid of it. Eliminate it. It has no relevance what they're selling. No relevance to the sale, which is your sale.
you need a image only board. Then we're a quote-unquote boutique agency, meaning that we work with 10 to 12 clients at a time, so we can actually focus on each one and dedicate attention. So each one gets, no matter if you're doing like 200K a month or you're doing 3 to 5.
Do you know anything about her? Why are you introducing yourself? Have you screened her at all? Does she feel special? Have you checked if you can actually help her or if she fits?
You're just starting out, you get the same team, it's the best team, it's the A team, and this is how we focus and work. Now, our offer has definitely shifted more towards AI just because we can leverage it. We get way better results. Obviously, I'm going to break down all the systems.
Good. But this should have been like 30 seconds and none now.
In a minute here. But the goal of this call is to kind of give you guys full clarity of what we can do together on all these platforms to see if we're actually in alignment to scale your brands. And at the end, I would just...
See, this is okay. You're going to do it very quickly. But this has to be done 30 seconds in, not 7 minutes and 30 seconds in.
Want a yes or a no. If you can make that decision, if yes, then I'll take a small initial deposit, which will automatically drive the contract. I'll send it to you, you read it, you sign it, and we get started tomorrow. Just because
I understand you're reading the script, and this is kind of the script, but you're missing the spirit of it, right? Like, what you want to make sure they do is you want to make sure they can commit to saying yes or no. But you don't just do it by like 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. You got to emphasize it a little bit for fuck's sake, right? Have some energy and excitement. How are they going to be excited to work with you if you have like this dead energy on your end? Right? They're not. So... have you ever been on a call like this before? Yes, no. Okay, no problem. If they say no, if they say yes, okay, great. I'm gonna tell you how this call is gonna go. Okay, so the whole point of me is I want to build long-term relationships with our clients. Now, obviously, I understand this first engagement is gonna serve as proof of concept us to you that you like what we're doing, we're making you money, you like working with us, and you see that we can scale and grow your business. That's the proof. But what I'm after long-term is long-term partnerships with all the brands that we sign on. I'm the owner of the agency. I'm doing the call here with you, right? You're not delegated to some low-level sales rep, right? Like, I'm the owner. This is my baby. I care about it. So I got to screen every single client who comes on these calls with me to actually know that we can deliver great results for them. because it's in my best interest to only take on clients who we can get results for and achieve results for, because that results in mutually beneficial partnership that's long-term, right? And then after we prove ourselves to you over this initial engagement that we're going to talk about on this call, right? You might sign on for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Like, my goal is to keep working with every single client I sign on indefinitely forever, for as long as they need me. How do I do that? By delivering great results. How do I do that? By making sure every client that I offer to come in, or every person that I offer to come in as a client, actually qualifies. So the first part of this call, we're going to go into your metrics, your numbers, your KPIs, your business, so I understand, I can screen you to make sure, or to understand if we're actually going to be a fit to grow and scale your brand with our service. Okay, so that'll be the first part of the call. It'll take like 5-10 minutes, something like that. But this way just saves us time, because if you're not a fit, I'll tell you right away, and we don't have to do the rest. And if you are a fit, I'll tell you also, very genuinely, that yes, we can do it. We can grow your brand. We have the systems to do it, and I'm going to show you those systems. Okay, so after we do that initial screening, assuming it's you make it through the screening, okay, I'll explain everything that we deliver and why working with us makes the most sense for you and your business. To get the level you want to be, which I'll ask as well. And I'll go very much in depth so you understand everything that you're getting very, very, with full clarity, full understanding. I'll go very, very granular. And that's my point. That's my whole goal of the call, is to give you absolute full clarity so you understand exactly what you're going to get. Do you see how I expanded 5 minutes and you had it in 3 words? Who's the stronger? Obviously mine. Okay. That you're going to get that full clarity for, to understand what you're going to get to work with us. Now, the only thing I ask in return, because this is business to business, right? We're doing business here. The only thing I ask in return is, because you'll have all the information needed to actually make a decision, if you can give me a yes or no at the end. Like, yes, Josh, I want to work with you. Sounds great. Let's go forward. Or, you know what, man, thanks for your time, but it's not for me. Either of those are totally fine. You can say yes, you can say no. It won't hurt my feelings. I got no problem. Okay. The only thing I want to avoid is wishy-washy middle ground, which is oh, I got to think about it. I got to ask someone else. I got to take it back to my team. I'll get back to you tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, in a week from now, or a month from now, or that's always just a soft no, right? So if it's a no, it's a no. Just tell me no. Okay. Is that cool? And this here, she'll tell you, I'm not the decision maker. I can't make it. And you'll be like, okay, cool. No problem. Why don't I give you a quick 90-second elevator pitch of what we do? You tell that to the decision maker, and then we can schedule a time where it's all 3 of us on the call to actually present the whole thing. Is that cool? Yeah, that's cool. Of course, don't do that now because you need reps on these calls, but this is what you would do in the future once you have those reps. Okay? And then she says, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I can make a yes, no decision. You're like, great. And if it's a yes, what happens next? Next steps are, I'll take a small initial refundable deposit. That serves as a show of good faith on your side that you're actually serious. And it helps me out because it drafts the contract automatically. Now, the contract is there for your protection. So the contract lists everything that we talked about on this call. Okay. That gets drafted. I send that over to you. I'll sign it right away. As soon as you get it, you can read through. If you want any changes, tell me. I got no issue making changes. Right? I just want you comfortable. And as soon as it's good by you, you sign it. Okay? After that, what happens in auto email, we book our onboarding call together. On that onboarding call, we do all the stuff when you're a real client to get started. Okay? And that's the process. Is that cool? That's how you get them to commit the deposit. Okay? So you just did it in 3 lines, reading the script or whatever the lines in the script. That's not going to fucking work. It doesn't come across as genuine or real or authentic or anything good. The way I did it, that's how you have to do it. We're saying the same stuff, just energy is different, right?
Because speed wins in business. If no problem, but at least you know how to go big. Is that okay? Perfect.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Well, let me know about your businesses. So what's the average monthly revenue for the past few months? Or obviously it's been Q4, so it's up. But break down that across the brands?
Yeah, absolutely. So both Adore and Deep Sea, I would say, can make anywhere between 2,000 to 5,000 online right now a month. November and December are our biggest months by far, with about maybe over 20,000 when it comes to net sales. But that would say is the average between 2 to 5K, depending on if it's like a big holiday. Like February is big for Valentine's. May is really big for Mother's Day. Trying to think of a couple of other ones. This January has been lagging a little bit behind. But yeah, that's what I would say is the average, anywhere between 2 to 5K a month.
Okay, and that's only the e-commerce side.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And do you maybe know the average order value on the stores?
Pull it up real quick. I would say it's probably about maybe 200 odd or so, but let me just
What is the average order value? Anything to do with ads? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Why do you fucking care? Bro. Might speed this up.
Yeah, I would say so. Like for Deep Sea is like 155 over the last 30 days.
Okay.
And Adore a little bit higher, 223 over the last 30 days as well.
And what's the cost of goods sold on that? Do you know your margins?
That right now is not a number that I actually have when it comes to calculating our margins. But if it is a number that you would need, I could ask my team in order to get that.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important metrics, just because we come from a dropshipping background and we used to work with really low margins. Now we obviously work really good, but just so we know, okay, if you're like at 50-60% margins, like that's perfect. We can make you huge with our eyes closed.
Bro, that makes sense to say if you're offering what we were before offering or what I was offering, boom, boom. If your pitch is AI ads, it doesn't make any fucking sense. The only thing you have to know is like, where are you at? Where do you want to be? What's your biggest struggle getting there? What have you tried before? Then why is it important to you to get there? And then you use that to explain why your offer is so great and amazing. Like what we tried we tried Facebook ads, it didn't work so well. We spent lots of money on testing, didn't really get anywhere. Okay, great. When you pitch it, you know how you told me that you didn't get anywhere with Facebook ads, you burned lots of money. Well, with AI UGC ads, like we establish much higher levels, baseline levels of just like testing. So like even in the testing phase, our ads perform an order of magnitude better than anything done by a human because of all these amazing systems. Blah blah blah. Like right, use that as ammunition for your pitch and objection handling.
But if it's like the 5-10%, generally it's rare, but it's a completely different story and the strategy we have to use.
Got it.
No, it's not. If you're selling UGC AI ads, it's always the same.
Okay, if anything, I can send you. Maybe we can touch base over email, and I can let you know once I get those numbers.
Do you know the general range?
At the moment, I don't know, because just due to the way that the company is just certain information that I don't necessarily have readily available. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no problem. I guess we can. Do you have any best sellers? Like, do you have like 80% of sales coming from one product?
Also, why does this matter?
Yes, actually, we have. Let's see here.
You're bored too. I'm bored. You're bored. She's bored. Everyone's bored.
There we go. Here we go. So for Adore, we have a really big one. A couple of really big ones would be we have our eye serum.
Okay.
There's also like an eye applicator that's like a syringe as well. That one does really well. As far as volume, and our hand and body lotion also, it's probably the cheapest product, but again, in volume it does really well. So those like the top three for sure. And
yeah, so I'm guessing that these eye serums, these eye topical creams are pretty much your product where you have the most edge, and this is where it's the unique angle of your store.
yeah, the eye serum, the eye applicator, and then we have some other like very daily basics type of products, like for daily use, such as cleansers, toners, that also do really well. Now, our products have a really high price point. Have you worked with stores that sell products like very high, or more so like for example,
Okay, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna ask you the questions that I need to know. What's your store at? What do you want to get to? What's your struggle? What are you trying before? Why does it matter to you? Okay, great. Now I'm gonna pitch. And you only do this to practice a pitch because she has absolutely no decision-making authority in the company.
Hi Serum. Just 1 second.
Well, in general, we worked with stores that have like socks for $10, and then stores that sell engagement rings for like 10 grand, 12 grand. So
Okay. So anywhere from
everything in between.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because I know that typically skincare tends to typically be products that are on the lower end of pricing, maybe like $20 or $10, $15.
Just give you a good opening and jump in. No, you know what? With our AI UGC ad, they're actually, you can sell it because you can position it as much higher value than anything else out there. Because look, with UGC ads, we can make, for example, 50 different people giving testimonials of how amazing your product is in one 30-second video. That's enormous social proof. You can never get 50 UGC creators, like for real, aligned to do that as part of a script, as a structure. This is what we do for you. So all that social proof, that's really all you need to sell, is mass social proof to sell higher ticket, quote unquote commodity stuff. That's not a commodity because you have brand value. Right? So your thing is worth more because you have brand value. And what's the best way of actually communicating that brand value to potential buyers? It's by massive social proof. And how do you do massive social proof? You have 50 different AI UGC creators, right? Talking about your products and how good they are in one 30-second clip. And that's why our system is so great.
Whereas our
And what are you going to say? You're not going to say anything. Right? But you're also just starting out.
skincare is much on the much more higher end side, like $500, $1,000. And so do you feel like you guys would be able to have an audience, help us to get an audience for
Okay, if you're selling UGC ads and that's the offer, she should not be talking about any of this because you should have told her at the start that you only do the fucking UGC AI ads.
that would convert?
Yeah, I'd actually say that that's more of a plus than a minus, just because it's an extra thing that makes you stand out. But yeah, like I said, it's very easy to scale stores that have higher products and higher margins than those print-on-demand stores that make pennies on the dollar. So yeah, it's definitely better if you have a higher price point and your margins are really good. I'm assuming you have production in the US.
Yes, correct. Well, what we do is we do all of our formulas,
Now you gotta go through another 40 minutes of this? Jesus Christ.
the skincare formulas and everything here in the US, and assembly is here in the US. But all of our packaging is international.
Okay. And all stores ship worldwide.
Stores ship worldwide.
That has zero relevance to your offer, what you're pitching, or anything. Zero relevance whatsoever. Zero.
Do have right now we do not ship to California
I hate her.
or Iraq at the moment. So there's some when it comes to California, there are just a couple of things when it comes to their regulations for skincare ingredients that right now we're not able to meet, so we don't ship there.
California or Iraq.
Okay, gotcha.
Great.
And do you maybe know what percentage of revenue comes from email?
Bro, what the fuck is about?
When it comes to sorry, 1 second.
You just shifted the offer to something that's easier to sell. So why are you going through this with the question?
What percent comes from email as far as online sales? The exact percent, no, but the majority does come from email because our customers I mean, we have a very large list of thousands of subscribers, and the majority come from email where we send,
Yeah, that makes sense.
all of the promotions to them. Correct.
Okay, and how about the conversion rate? Have any idea what the conversion is on each store?
Yeah, so this is where really we need help because the conversion rate isn't that great. So we have, we can have like handful of customers that can place really high ticket orders,
Yeah.
So let's see.
I mean, it's interesting because usually if the most revenue comes from email, the conversion rate is going to be really high because those people are already counted as warm traffic. And with warm traffic, it should be between 5 to 7%.
They have a high ticket thing. That means they have like 5 buyers a month. Okay, 3 buyers a month. She says she makes like $3,000 and the thing sells for $1,000. So 3 buyers a month. 3 people off email will be a drop in the bucket of overall traffic to the store. So her conversion is gonna fucking suck no matter what. It's not like she's only driving traffic to people who are ready to buy off email.
Now on cold traffic, when it comes to ads and new people coming in, 2 to 4% is a good range. So
Right.
if you can get a number, that would explain a lot.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so for example, right now, like I'm looking at a door over the last 30 days, conversion rate over time is 0.18%. So we get a lot of traffic, or we've had like a lot of traffic from ads currently. Like we put out a couple of ads just to.
Jump in now. This ad, we're gonna fix all your ads for you. All this other shit someone else can take care of, we're a specialist in ads. We're gonna make the most amazing UGC ads in the world, powered by AI. We're gonna pump up massive volume for you. All of them are gonna perform better than anything made by a human. And we're gonna give them to you in a nice shiny little package so that you can run them for the next 6 months on your own. If you want us to do more, we can do more. We talk about that. Okay? But we'll make you the best ads you will ever have, and they'll have the highest conversion you'll ever seen. Okay? Because what we focus on is the advertising side, the marketing side. We make brilliant fucking ads. If you need other pieces of the system plugged in, so someone to actually run the ads, someone to fix the landing page, we have resources and we have references that we work with that we can recommend to you. People from Eastern Europe, because you can tell with my accent, that's where I'm from originally, right? Who work for a significantly lower rate than any Westerners, but give you way better results. So we have an enormous network that we can refer you to for like best in class media buyers, conversion optimization specialists, email guys, etc. But what we focus on now is just making you the best UGC ads ever, and this is how we fucking do it. Oh, by the way, P.S. I forgot. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what you've tried before. I don't know what your struggles are to get there. I don't know why the goal matters to you. So I can't even fucking sell you.
See, what people click on, what people view, what they engage with. So we've had a little bit more sessions on the website over time, but not buying very much.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so like I mentioned, it's almost a tenth of the preferred range. But besides conversion rate optimization, what are you looking for to grow your profitability? What are you actually doing right now to grow?
Zero relevance to what you're trying to sell, what you're going to sell, what we said. Maybe you're going to pitch the whole fucking offer. I don't fucking know, but not in 50 minutes. You're not. Right? So, like, where's your brain? What are you thinking? What's the relevance of the questions you're asking to AI UGC as? None.
So at this moment, we have been putting out some ads, but they haven't been very successful. And as well as improving, for example, like automated email flow, so that maybe there's like less work to do, and like emails get sent out automatically to for abandoned carts, different things like that. So trying to improve the language, copy, and the emails and the automated messages and push notifications that get sent out. Adore actually has a mobile app as well.
Okay.
But we just, lump that into just general e-commerce. And the mobile app is through Tapcart, which is Shopify integrated.
Gotcha. Okay. And what's kind of the biggest goal you guys want to achieve? What?
Finally, something interesting and relevant to you. Finally. 20 minutes in.
What are you looking at in terms of even from the aspect of traffic, sending a message, exact revenue goals? What do you have as that North Star?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to increase when it comes to like the monthly net sales, like the monthly net sales to be, I mean, with the price point of our products, like I believe that it should be, way higher when it comes to, rather than just doing 2 to 5K, maybe doing 10K, 50K a month, at least to get started. But right now, I don't know that those aren't numbers that the company has seen online just yet. So we just want to see what's possible, since the majority of the business has been run through wholesale.
Gotcha. And what's if you had to?
Oh, I think I lost you.
No,
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello?
No, I'm not able to hear you. Is it me?
It's okay from my side.
Oh, that's so odd. Give me a second. I see that it shows that you're talking.
Yeah.
Can't hear you. Let me see if it's me. Can you try something?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay.
There's probably something with your headphones. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. The quality is a bit worse, but we're gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with my headphones. Let me try one more time.
Nope.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, so if you had to pinpoint one thing, what's your biggest struggle in sales right now?
Baseball?
The biggest struggle.
Oh, struggle.
I don't even know what you're doing either.
I think.
Look, you didn't frame anything. She has no idea why you're asking these questions. Zero. I don't know either. Well, because you're following the script. But the script doesn't matter. Look, I have a Minecraft sword. Ooh, cool. Like, I'm so bored, I'm fucking dicking around with this Minecraft sword. I've never even played Minecraft. I have a Minecraft sword. Okay? Because you're not injecting any sort of energy into the call. She's fucking dead, fat, bloated, boring as fuck, domesticated, like Karen, horrible person. Never want to interact with these people. Such a pushover, out of shape. I go on and on. Point is, this bores the fuck out of me, and a sales call that bores the fuck out of me bores the fuck out of her. It means you're not doing your job as a salesperson to excite them about actually working with you. And she has no idea why you're asking these questions. In frame that you're going to screen her, like, really. Right? And also, I don't know, because I know what your offer is going to be. I don't know why the fuck you're asking the question, which has no relevance. So all this so far is like a 3 out of 10.
Personally, I think that our storefront overall is very inviting or alluring, especially like to new customers that land on the website. So I do believe that there is a need for revamping and making better landing pages, making a better homepage. That's probably the biggest pain point right now.
Okay, great. So if she said this, then people asked your question, then all this bullshit up to now, And on the spot, you should change your offer to say, okay, look, we're going to make the best fucking landing page in the world. That's what we're going to deliver. They're going to be optimized by our AI systems. We're going to use heat maps and blah, 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 and blah, blah, whatever you know about AI for whatever bullshit, right? To give you the best conversion rate, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to charge you, do you want split tests on the traffic? Because ideally for customers, for us to give you, let's say what are you looking for? 20% uptake? 20% boost? That'd be pretty good, right? That'd be not bad. But you need more volume first. So before we even talk about the conversion rate optimization, we got to talk about ads. Why your ads aren't working, why they're not hitting. Oh, now we're an AI UGC offer. So I even shifted myself back there. There's no point to get a 20% uplift off $2,000 a month, right? But you have openings.
Because our old customers know the brand, they trust the products, they trust us, but in order to gain new customers that actually convert, I believe it's just been tough because there's not, it's not as engaging as it can be. So that's why I think that UGC and UGC type ads and UGC type content would really help to push people over the edge who
what you can offer.
Aren't as familiar with Adore Cosmetics, especially younger generations. Like our brands have been around for a really long time, but the climate has changed, and younger people who have their own money, they're really careful about what they spend it on, and if they don't feel convinced because they can't trust it, then they just won't buy it. So that's what.
Doesn't that perfectly tie into the point that I raised about having like 50 creators, AI creators, the 30-second clip, and gives massive social proof they can trust it and buy it? Yes, it does. So see, I know what I'm talking about. You should too. Like, you'll learn, right? But like, I'm just bored by her. I just don't like her. It's nothing against you.
I believe.
Well, your energy sucks as well as a salesperson. This is horrible energy, right? But I've never given you feedback on that, so you haven't had a chance to improve. So now you're going to improve. You need better energy.
Is where we're getting stuck in right now,
Okay, and how long have you been stagnant like this?
So I have an aim to making over $700K a month. Is what I do in my spare time.
I would say, well, I just started the past year, and I've seen overall like a trend, just a steady decline over the past maybe like 3 or 4 years when I was looking at some of the analytics. So I would say it hasn't necessarily been stagnant, but it hasn't been going in the right direction either.
Yeah, gotcha. And what are the plans for the next 6 months to a year? Like, where do you see the stores going if you just continue like this?
That's a really great question.
She doesn't know why you're asking these fucking questions. It's been entirely a waste of time for her for now. You didn't frame it. If you frame it, you can ask them. But also, I don't know why you asked them. Like I've said many times, but it just annoys me because you're just wasting time. Everyone's time, my time, her time, your time. By asking irrelevant, useless questions that have nothing to do with your AI you usually offer.
I definitely intend on having a meeting with the team soon in order to discuss all of this when it comes to, how can we scale things up for this year, So, yeah. I think that right now it probably will stay exactly the same way that it was last year, where the majority of our sales, we make it on Valentine's Day, during when we make it on Mother's Day, and then when everybody's ready to pay up in November for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But we don't want it to be that in that endless cycle.
Yeah, you don't want to rely on sales, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, like you mentioned, that the whole marketing side.
Could you have lower energy? I don't understand this. Like, nobody's going to buy from you if you have like this dead horrible. B-Jan had the same thing. His first sales call, I gave him feedback on. I didn't realize, bro, it was this bad because I was listening at like 2x speed on the first one I listened to, right? Like, just take some fucking cocaine. Like, I've never done drugs, but cocaine would do you good, right? The stimulant. Like, I'm joking, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have fucking energy.
Expanding that whole funnel, especially UGC, is really important. Well, that's exactly what we do.
For fuck's sake, stop blocking their face. You have to see the person you're interacting with. Don't block their face. I want you to look at them so you can judge their feedback to what you're saying, facial expressions. Those might just be over the phone.
The initial onboarding call is where we get all the information
And know why you're blocking their face. You're blocking your face because you're scared of that feedback on some level. And you always do this. You have two screens here, like 1, 2, right? Script should be on the left. She should be on the right. Her face should never be blocked, ever again.
And after that's done, you only focus on the fulfillment, supply chain, customer support, actually increasing the lifetime value of the customer, while we focus on the whole marketing side. So this is how we focus on the really important. Now, like you mentioned, that the whole marketing side, expanding that whole funnel, especially UGC, is really important. Well, that's exactly what we do. The initial onboarding.
Okay, so you asked all those bullshit, useless questions. You didn't once make her feel special, like, oh yeah, you actually are fit to work with us because of reason X, Y, Z that you just told me. You just asked her a bunch of boring questions that have no relevance to anything that you're going to say now. And then you started saying what you're saying now with zero transition. And you didn't present the call to her at the start. She has no idea what to expect or what the structure is going to be like. So she has no idea where she is. I have no idea that you started your pitch. Great. Okay. Thanks for all that information. So actually, yeah, you're a fantastic match. We can definitely grow your brand. Let me explain how. If you just said that and then you do this shit now, fine. But you got to frame the parts of the fucking calls.
Call is where we get all the information, and after that's done, you only focus on the fulfillment, supply chain, customer support, actually increasing.
Bro, you only focus on this boring thing and this boring thing, and like there's this other thing that you also have to focus on. Oh, then you focus on this, and like, how is that setting you up for a good sale? Where you say you only focus on like this, like, and you drone on like this list of fucking things you have to do. You know what I say, which I know what you're trying to copy, is I say, we do everything. We take care of the full funnel from top of funnel to bottom of funnel. The only thing you worry about is order fulfillment and customer service. And do you see how like my voice sped up when I said order fulfillment and customer service? So it seems like nothing. Versus what you're doing, you focus on order fulfillment, increasing lifetime of the customer, writing them like good emails, thinking about how to get some more, revenue through SMS marketing, and oh, you should also, to do a higher average order, like
the lifetime value of the customer, while we focus on the whole marketing side. So this is how we work on synergy to actually grow your brand really fast, exponentially. Now, you're obviously going to need a full strategy that condenses all the information for everywhere into a highly profitable income stream. Now, we used to be a TikTok ad agency, but now you just need more than standard TikTok UGC ads for that. You need an entire...
You're like completely tone deaf. Like TikTok is being banned in the USA. Even if it's not, there's still FUD around, and the FUD is real. So you should say, we ran TikTok ads for clients. We honed our expertise there. Everything we do there, we can instantly apply to other platforms. By the way, the TikTok ban? Yeah, so TikTok doesn't even matter anymore. It's fucking irrelevant.
System, and this is what we designed. So on a high level, we do three things. The first thing is we find the exact...
Block her face. You block her fucking face so you don't get feedback. You're going to tell me, no, I block her face so that my eyes don't go to the side so she sees I'm reading. Well, guess what? You shouldn't be reading. Okay? And if you want to be reading, print this out and go look down, and like you can like circle, and then you have like key points, and then you go like that. Right? And you have to introduce when you're going to talk. So far, 30 minutes in, like, it's not even 3 out of 2, it's like 2 out of 10. 3 out of 10 is like a 2 out of 10.
Exact customer, your perfect customer, with AI systems. Then we can create thousands of ads AI UGC ads. So no person is going to do that because it's just so much work. It's going to take years. Then we generate new AI ads that perform way better than the previous iteration, just because they're based on the data of the first wave and see, okay, these ones did the best, and then AI draws conclusions. So let me just explain to you a bit more in detail of how this system works and how we can guarantee those TikTok winners. So we developed this AI system that's going to scrape all of your website, your reviews, products, competition, and the big forums like Reddit, Quora, and the output is a polished UGC AI ad that's just exponentially better of what a human can make. Because as humans, we just don't have the
First good thing you've said. I don't know why you're droning on about the other stuff, though.
pattern recognition processing power like these AI systems do. So when we run these systems internally, it takes, I don't know, 70 to...
What systems? They still don't know what systems. They don't explain this well enough. All that processing power that you said, pattern recognition, you should have one key point for the AI has, why they're so good. You should go in depth on it, and that should be it. That should be it, because that's the last one I heard. Be something else.
100 hours, somewhere between there, to only process all that data. Just, of course, depends on how much products you actually have, how big is your website. But then after the initial period where the AI has actually developed who your customer is, it knows who to target, it then starts creating the ads. And this underlying infrastructure is actually used by the big hedge funds to predict moves of...
Who is that supposed to impress? Like, I'm asking you seriously. Who is that line supposed to impress? It just sounds like you're a little college kid with absolutely no real world experience, who thinks hedge funds are hot shit. And you think that by saying it, it's impressive. I understand you had in the script that I saw, right? But just think about what you're saying. Are you going to impress her? Fuck no, not with that. Are you going to impress anybody who's actually in that world? Also, no. So, bad line.
On commodities by a cent. So, if they mess up, they lose tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So it has to be extremely precise.
I can imagine.
And the biggest advantage about this infrastructure is that you don't need to burn money on testing, because every
There you go. That's a great point. Finally.
agency out there they take your retainer and they say, oh, we're testing, and you just start losing money because nothing's going on. Now,
Yeah.
Look, every agency out there, take your retainer and start losing money. We're testing, nothing's going on. It's like 3 sentences for something that you can launch into an actually good, engaging story on, okay, like I do. And that actually builds rapport. It contrasts to you and them. It makes all the other agencies look like shit. It makes her want to work with you. I mean, that's like, all the other agencies. So they will tell you that you have to start with a testing budget. And they're going to give you a testing budget of like $2,000, $3,000 a month. And they're going to expect you to burn that money for 3, 4, 5 months before seeing any sort of returns. Now, they might not tell you this upfront because, there's unscrupulous ones out there, but they're going to string you along and you're going to keep spending and putting money into ads. And all this really is testing by other agencies, is having a pile of cash, setting on fire, and then crossing your fingers and hoping that something takes off, like one of these little sparks takes off and turns into this like amazing phoenix. And then they stumble onto winning ads for you through just sheer mass dollar spend in testing. That's what other agencies do. Now, are you in a position to burn 2-3K a month plus for 5 months before seeing a return? Probably not. But even if you are, would you want to when you have a better alternative? Like, fuck no. Okay, we are the better alternative, because you know what we do? We use AI systems, and this is not just a buzzword, because AI is everywhere. There's I've seen AI water bottles these days. Or no, AI water, AI powered water. What the hell, right? So, but this isn't a buzzword. We actually use large language models to analyze and process data, like this part I'm just completely making up, right, so you can do it better, to process all the data about your store, your niche, your customer, the people buying your stuff. We look at their reviews. We can, the AI will search the profiles of the people who have left reviews for your store on Walmart or Amazon or anywhere you've seen. It will go out there and it will actually pull up all the info it can find on each individual person across their online fingerprints that they've left as they browse, which everyone fucking does, right? And based on that, not just on the first level of reviews, because that's what humans do, right? If a human media buyer or someone who's going to sell you running ads tells you, oh yeah, we do customer avatar research, they just read the reviews. Our AI system reads the reviews, identifies the person behind the reviews, and goes and scours the entire web for the entire life history of that person to understand how they got into the position to actually want to buy the product that they bought, which is your competitor's product or your product, and using that knowledge, which only AI can extract, right? Because like we're talking about like, how many customers have you had lifetime? Oh, thousands. Okay, yeah. So we're talking about like the entire lifetime data of each of those thousands of customers, because especially if you go as your mailing list, right? We have their names, we have their emails, boom. The AI does all that research. Okay. Now, obviously, as you can expect, this is going to be time intensive and labor intensive, like energy intensive for the AI. So for us to do this, it takes a good 70, 80, 90 hours, right? For any single brand. But the result of that is that we have ads, like the first output of ads that we create for you are going to perform 3x better, 4x better, whatever you want to say, right? Order of magnitude better, like 1.5x better than anything ever put out by a human. And what that means is there's no more wasted money on testing. Now, of course, testing still exists, right? Because when you start running these AI ads, you want to see which ones perform better than others. And that's what your testing is going to be. But when you test with our ads, they're all going to be winners. And you're just testing to find which one performs better. Instead of any other agency or any human created ads, right? All you're doing is burning money on testing to fluke into a winner that's above break even. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Are you sure? Are there any questions? Oh, that sounds great. I really want that. Okay, so let me go into details about how our AI systems actually work. Go into that. And you got to make sure, does that make sense? Constantly ask them for that feedback, okay? So see, I just here, like on the spot, made up a great pitch for you that you should probably write down and use instead of whatever shit you're doing. All right?
These UGC videos that are completely made with AI are 50 to 60% automatically better than any human-made UGC video.
Why?
Just because we already programmed in a factor that it checks, okay, would the actual customer convert from this ad or no? So it already does a process of elimination with those initial ads. So if a brand, for example,
like you've said nothing interesting. Like what I said, what I fucking made up and forwarded out sounds interesting to her. That's something that she can be sold on. What you're selling, what the fuck is, like, yeah, it goes through a vector and the vector tells it yes or no, this ad will perform. Ho 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 ho. Now give me 2,500. Not gonna work.
is testing an ad and they're getting a horrible like 1.2x ROAS simply by replacing the ads that we designed. They will get like 1.7, and that's a horrible losing ad, right? Then another big advantage about this system is that when you do get that initial
I don't know what the system is. Oh, a model that takes 100 hours to run, a quant uses. Oh, it's our magic system. You know what it sounds like to me? A lot of bullshit buzzwords.
basket of winning ads,
If you explain it how I explained it, then it's something real.
you can then feed it back into the AI and it keeps improving. So what the result, the ad you're gonna get like 4 iterations, 4 generations from the first ad is gonna be magnitudes better than the first one, right? So if I just put this into simple terms, let's say for a makeup brand, we have
Also, you're blocking your fucking face so we can't see your facial expressions. Jesus.
the target demographic is going to be 35 to 45-year-old women, for example, and a human agency would essentially approach this from a perspective of, okay, we're going to need a female UGC creator in that age bracket.
You're going to have a good point here, but you're going to present it like shit, but this is actually going to be a good point, whatever you're going to come up with, because it's something like specific. But you got to wrap it around like a nice story that you have to tell.
But the thing they don't realize is that that age range and that exact customer might actually prefer a older or a younger UGC creator.
Jesus Christ, you're making it so binary and boring.
Correct.
And that's something.
So let's say a human media buyer and ads creator is making an ad for you, and they decide to target, just for the sake of this example, your target demographic is a 50 to 60-year-old woman. Okay, and they think, because based on their kind of experience and stuff, that the best UGC creator to speak to those women is a 50 to 60-year-old woman. Okay, and that's kind of through the biases of that individual person. Someone else might have another opinion, someone else might have another opinion, someone else might have another opinion. The biggest advantage of what our AI systems do, okay, is that because of, remember, we scan all the possible fingerprints that every single customer has ever left online, on their socials, on their Facebook, on their Twitter, on their, when it was Twitter, on their Reddit, everywhere, okay, on their Instagram. So we know that, we know your buyers. Our AI systems know your buyers. And when we know the buyers, we know exactly how to market to them. So that feeds into this, right? Perhaps the AI system will tell us that, hey, no, the 50 to 60-year-old women that you're targeting actually prefer ads from a UGC creator, an AI UGC creator, right? From somebody in the 45 to 50-year-old range, because by using your products, they want to look closer to that 45, 50 years old, right? They want to take off 15 years off their appearance. And that's going to be the promise of your product. And that's going to be what our ads will focus on. And we'll only have known that through running these large language model systems, amazing in the background, takes 70 to 100 hours, right? Whereas other agencies would have had to burn to literally thousands of dollars every single month to maybe eventually, by random fluke luck chance, stumble upon that realization. That's why our ads perform better. Do you want our ads? Bro, that's how you fucking sell it. And again, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna say. I just made this up again, but this sells people what I'm making up. What you're saying is dog shit. No offense, but you're gonna improve. So.
Only an AI can pick up on. The AI we designed.
Look what you said compared to what I said, right? I give a whole story behind it. I just made it up, right? And you say, and the AI will tell us if they want younger or older. Wow, magic AI. Are you impressed yet? Do you want to buy my shit? No. Right?
And it's 100. The videos are 100% generated, so they can change. The AI can change the color of their hair. It can change the power of their voice. Really small stuff like that.
So
Yeah.
these are people. Are these
Here's the other advantage, bro. Everyone wants AI, and she's so stupid that she thinks these little things that you're mentioning completely irrelevant to anything will actually make a difference. So you could have sold her, so she's sold. She won't buy, she won't close, right? But she'll be sold just by virtue of the fact she's dumb as rocks. She's some low-level employee. She's super agreeable in her personality. I wish you weren't blocking your fucking face. What are you thinking blocking your face? Don't do that, okay? But AI is such a buzzword now that, Jesus Christ, this is fuck. I guess this was when, .com came around 2000, everyone was buying www domains, .com domains. Fuck's sake. You just sprinkle a little AI buzzword in here, and you say change color her, and she's pretends to be interested. Maybe she's actually maybe she's dumb enough to buy this shit and is interested. So AI is a great offer to sell, but the pitch sucks.
real people that that create a video, but then the AI changes their characteristic to fit the demographic or the
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it fucking does, and blah, 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 blah.
people in it themselves are all AI.
You know why you say it's exactly what it... bro, it's not all AI. They even your Hey Gen thing, the model's off you. So yes, exactly what she says. You make them feel special by saying the right thing about your fucking offer, so she feels better about herself. Because look at her. Out of weight, out of shape, overweight, feels like shit, has some shit salary, is doing this someone told her to go on this fucking call.
Yeah.
Even the one that you had shown in your example in that Loom video is that a real person? She had the nose strip contour.
Oh no, the nose strip is actually real. That's for our previous offer.
Oh, I was gonna say
But they're actually pretty.
Why didn't you just fucking tell her? Yeah, that one. Do you know how real she looks? Yeah, that's AI. That was generated by AI. So imagine if we could do that for your brand. Would you like that? And it costs a fraction of how much it costs to get UGC creators. Because UGC creators, right, they're like out of their minds. They're charging 5, 10, 15K for just a couple of videos, which is nonsense for ads. We're going to give you ads that are going to be proven to convert with like basically unlimited volume if you want to opt for that package, so that you can scale your brand finally successfully off the ads that are currently giving you shit results. We're going to be like your lifelong partner in this because we've been building these systems for the last 2 years. Like we've been in the AI space for 2 years, right when it started, and we're ahead of everybody in the game right now. So if you want to work with us, like this is what you get. I'm gonna shoot myself with the sales code.
Impressive. I'm gonna send you an example so you can actually see what I'm talking about.
Sure.
But one of the biggest reasons that we stopped that offer was because we had to deal with all of these creators, and we would get like 2 or 3 scripts out of them, ship them the product, and it's gonna take like 3 weeks before a video is actually done.
She has no history of your agency. Okay, she looked at your website. So what? She doesn't give a flying fuck what your old offer was. You have no reason to be justifying to her, who's a nobody, what your previous offer was, because she has no context of that. Because you see, anything you present to her is what you're offering. So all this like backtrack, oh, we used to offer this, now we're offering it, does not matter to her at all. So what the hell are you doing?
And then the client is, okay, maybe we're gonna try another product. We're working on new designs, and everything is just slow down. But with AI, it can make all of the
Okay, so I'm not shitting on you because there's elements here that if they're fleshed out properly will make good stories, and you tell them the way I tell them and then you're good, right? But like, yeah, nothing is fleshed out to the degree it should be. You have no idea how to, like, you're following the structure in a way, but not really. Like, oh, wait, no, that's wrong. You are following the structure, but you're doing it in such a robotic, emotionless way with no foresight or thought that it comes across flat and defeats the entire purpose of the structure. So it's as if you have no structure. Okay? Oh, wait. I've been for an hour, so I'm going to pause for a sec. Okay, I am back. Oh, Jesus, we're halfway through. Fucking hell. Okay, let's see.
these ads in an afternoon.
Interesting. Okay.
And yeah, like I said, the biggest factor is that it picks up on stuff that the human eye can't. Now, let me just send you an example. So
Okay.
I'm not talking
Why the fuck would you not be talking? You're
French.
she's bored out of her mind. She's not paying attention on her phone. It's all great.
I can send you one that the
Why would you send her one? Why is it on previous sales calls you were more than happy to share screen and share that bullshit thing that I gave you, the storyboard, for internal purposes only, how to give storyboards to creators. It wasn't as a showcase of like, this is our amazing process to prospects. Why were you able to share screen there, but not here? Where here it makes absolute sense to share screen and go over a video that you want to show together, that you want to go over together.
my team, one more people from my team just sent me. I sent it in the chat. Let me know if you see it.
Just got it. One look. Okay. Do you want me to share screen and play it, or can I just play it now?
No, I can watch it here. I have split screen, so
Oh, yeah?
yeah. Let me just.
Can you see that? Or maybe not.
I have Drive open here, so I'm
Okay.
watching it right now.
So she's waiting for your share screen. You're not sharing screen, but you told her that you're sharing.
Yeah, that's obviously the first iteration.
Oh, so these individuals are AI generated.
Yeah.
AI generated images, or not images, but like
Pretty much everything you see is AI. So
except for like the in picture of the
yeah, of
actual
course, the product. Yeah, this is one thing that we've been working on, so they can actually hold the product in their hand. So, but it's not perfect.
Why would you emphasize a weakness of your systems to a prospect who you're trying to sell on your systems? Oh, we can't do this, you know, like holding a product. We can't do that. But you should still buy from us, but we can't do this. Or if you never brought it up, it won't even come to mind. You're doing everything in your power not to sell.
And we obviously, TikTok especially, they favor quality and novelty. So we bypass.
And look great.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes them. She's sold. So all this bullshit you did up to now could have been like in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, we do. You just see AI ads here. I'll show you an example. Okay, boom. Do you like it? Yes. Okay, if you like it, let's talk about how we can implement it for your business.
We bypass the.
And again, tone deaf. TikTok ban, right? It's January 16th. In 3 days, it's going to be banned. What the hell are you doing talking about TikTok for? Like you did a sales call today, a couple hours ago.
Quality factor by actually focusing and approving each video, and bypass the novelty factor because obviously no one ever seen because it's made with AI, so it's completely original.
Wow.
Now, another big factor why these AI ads are so good is because, for example, I assume when you ran ads, you got a winning ad and then you got ad fatigue and it died out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the ads right now.
But the reason I'm being critical and harsh is so you can see, like, you're down here and you can go over here just by listening to this feedback and like start selling people, right? So
Now that I have been approved to run, have been specific to a limited period of time for a promo that was running. So I have yet to test a more just like ongoing long-term promotion, for example. So yeah, it hasn't been, you know, it tests some, like I can only test so many images for a certain period of time, but then that's it, you know.
Okay, gotcha. So, but right now you're only running statics.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Statics or like GIFs of static images, you know, like videos of static images. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you get ad fatigue, I mean, the ad is just dead, and you can make another iteration of it, but then it takes a lot of power just to make another one. You gotta edit it completely. But the reason this AI ads can bypass this factor is because, let's say we have 5 different points of leverage. Let's say we have 5 different scripts. We have 5 different hooks. Let's say we have 5 different creators, 5 different settings, or 5 different products. Okay, and you would probably think, okay, that's 5 times 5. That's 25 different ads. But it's actually 5 to the power of 5
times
ads.
5 times 5 times 5.
Yeah, and that's like 3,000 ads.
Correct.
Now you're obviously never going to run that many ads, but because the AI already has that pre-deciding infrastructure, it spits out like, I think 125, something like that. So then obviously you have all the testing already done. So this is why we can say it performs way better, right? It's kind of approaching.
Even said, you saw, wow, that looks great. I want that, and then you blah blah blah. Bored her to tears, so she won't buy, even if she had if she had the ability to make the decision. She doesn't.
A creative endeavor scientifically. That's exactly how I approached YouTube when I was a kid. Just to give you a bit about my background, about 8 years ago.
Bro, But it just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I told you, that's how you build rapport. You give quick 30 seconds about you, but in the correct fucking moment, you're like slowly kind of creeping towards a pitch of what you do, and it's not clear what you do or what the benefits are or how they can benefit from work. And you're gonna, oh, and I started YouTube 8 years ago. I don't give a shit. Context matters.
When I was 12, I started making YouTube videos. And right now, across all channels, I got like 130,000 subscribers, something like that. And then
Wow, that has so much relevance to me in UGC ads. Yeah, it has so much. You know why I tell the Harvard story? Because the Harvard story shows people that I'm fucking smart. That's why I tell the Harvard story. YouTube channel with subscribers shows them what? How is that relevant to AI UGC?
also always wanted to be a programmer, learned coding at a young age. So I wanted to work for Google, Microsoft, all the big companies in Silicon Valley. So I started studying computer science. But then one day I was on Instagram scrolling, and I found one of the brands that were selling a really expensive product, and the creative was horrible. So I just messaged them saying, I don't think anyone's going to buy this. And they actually invited me on a call. I explained my reasoning. I explained that I have all this knowledge from YouTube. And that's once I started working with e-commerce brands. That was my introduction to e-com. And then I built out my team.
That actually has like something to it. That could be a good story. I'll try. All right. So, you gotta do this in the correct moment, though. Not now, for fuck's sake. Like, not now. It's just randomly just farted it out there. Do you like how this sounds? Do you want to work this? Yes. Okay, cool. Let me just tell you a little background about me so you know who I am, so, you know who you're getting to work with. So basically, I started online, the online space, about 8 years ago. It was totally random, right? It was like fluke luck, chance. I was doing YouTube, but I was like 12 years old, right? So what the hell is a 12-year-old kid doing YouTube? I had a gaming channel, but it grew really, really fast to like, 120-something subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, which was amazing for me, right? And again, I was just a kid. But from those subscribers, I got to learn, I don't fucking know, Thing X. Okay. And then that's what got me interested in doing something in the online space, because, that's what I was doing from before I was a teenager. Right. And I started studying computer science and all this stuff. I had aspirations to work for one of the big companies, Google, Microsoft, whatever. But the point is that how I got into this space, into e-com and into this agency was like this. Once I was browsing Instagram and I saw like an ad by a company that I really liked. Like I had their products and I really liked them. It was higher ticket stuff, like headphones or something, and they were going for like $200-$300, right? And I saw the ad, and just like based on what I knew and how I grew my YouTube with thumbnails and descriptions and all this shit, right? I just knew that there's no chance in hell that ad would convert, right? And I wrote them like a random DM. I was like, yo guys, I saw the ad. Like, I actually love your products, but I think this is a horrible ad, and this is the reason why. And I said like, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, right? Which is like quite ballsy for a little kid to do. I was like 15 years old at the time, right? And I wasn't expecting anything back, but they actually replied to me, and we had a little bit of conversation. And they're like, hey, do you mind actually if we get like our CEO on here to listen to what you have to say? And I was like, what the hell, really? Like, they would want to hear what I have to say? And the person who put us in touch, like, yeah, they want to know. So, I was like scared shitless, 15 years old, talking to the CEO of a big major brand. But we got on a call like this. This was during COVID, right? And he was cool, and he asked me, like, he was very friendly, right? And he said, like, he thanked me for going there, for taking time out of my day. He thanked me, which was like insane. And he was like, we'll extend you like all this stuff, like as well, like products, you be our ambassador, all this. But like, why do you think that ad was bad? And I listed out what I thought, and he was like, see, I knew it. That's what I was telling the marketing team, and they're working with this horrible agency. And I was like, well, what do you mean? What's an agency? And he's like, well, they came in, they said they knew all this stuff about ads, and they create these horrible ads, and they're losing us money, hand over fist, all the fucking time, and I want to get rid of them, but like my HR department says no, and like the marketing director says, no, give them time, but you just validated exactly what I've been seeing and feeling and thinking the whole way through. So actually, you know what? Would you like to help with that? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, like, if we can figure something out where you come in sort of as like a part-time consultant, you work with me directly, and you can help us on, you know, how to run the ads, what resonates well with the audience, and we go from there. And that's how I got in this space, right? CEO of this big company invited me to work personally with him to actually help him speak to the audience they were trying to reach. And guess what? Our ads performed like it was like 20x better. But of course, like this standard was nothing because they were losing money with their ads, right? So that's when I got into this space. And I've been in this space since 2020. And now it's 5 years later, 2025. And AI, I got on the AI wave. And the way we built this agency was we designed systems to take advantage of both AI and plus what I know with like media buying with my experience there and running ads and marketing. And that's what we're offering to you. And that's our AI UGC offer. See how I tied the story that I just fucking made up back to the offer and why it's relevant and why it all makes sense? What the fuck is your story? But I used your story as a good base.
Now we're working on systems so I can buy.
Also, it's the fucking presentation, man. I have energy when I present. You're dead energy. Right? And I know because when you send me voice notes and stuff, you're normal. So this is just, I don't know what this is. This isn't you. Right? But this is just dog shit. So do better. Be like you actually are. For fuck's sake.
And the computer science aspect, which I found really fun to e-commerce.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. This is definitely very compelling. And
Thanks.
yeah, really compelling and really impressive too when it comes to the, you know, like the quality of these
Yeah.
AI models.
So jump on it. Yeah, it is very fucking impressive. That's why we're the best in the game and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, okay. I'll keep going. I was going to cut this off, but I'll keep going.
As well is
Because I've given you lots of like feedback already, right? And there's going to be more of the same. I'm not going to discover anything new coming up, but I will watch this through to the end.
do you, I guess, okay, let's say one of the questions I have is, let's say that, you know, we really like one of these AI creators. Are you able to like essentially create many more videos with this same person to almost
With the
make it
same
look
aspect,
like a
yeah.
campaign? Because sometimes what I have found with AI is that you can't always reproduce
It's
the
not
same.
the same infrastructure. No. It's not like Sora or all other these video generators when you put in the text and it starts to generate something based on the text you give it.
right.
Like I said, it works on predetermined factors from your website. All of that's processing done, and then it designs characters based on that.
Interesting.
And then it
Your pitch sucks. Use whatever I made up before. You pitch it as that. That should be the base of your pitch. This one's trash.
creates the full.
Boring. Nobody cares. Not elaborating anything. You're not telling any stories. Not making them feel anything. They're bored out of their mind. They can't wait for the call to end. You can't wait to get through the script because you don't believe in it. You don't trust it. Like everything sucks. A failure on all fronts.
Video based on all of these factors.
Okay, just writing a couple of notes.
Yeah, sure. And do you guys have like an in-house media buyer? How is it?
No, so this is the thing right now. I am, you know, my title, like I said, is art director, graphic designer.
See? Art director. Complete useless fucking bitch. Jesus Christ. Told you she's useless. The fuck is art director? Oh my God. Diversity hire. DEI hire. Oh my God. Whatever she is. I don't know. Anyway. She definitely was not hired based on merit, and she was definitely not in a position to actually affect the company in any way. Positively. Hopefully or negatively.
But I'm kind of the entire team right now, as far as
Okay.
like social media, taking photos, like looking through the back end of like our Shopify websites. And so I've been really trying to gun for a media buyer, you know, just to get some help, somebody with more experience, because although I know I used to work for like a really big Shopify store aggregator, and I was a like a production designer, so I was the one like spitting out all of the design work to put into testing.
Creatives,
So
yeah.
I do have an understanding of when it comes to ad iterations and different things like that, but not necessarily the expertise in all of the right levers that need to get pulled, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every client first tells me it's so overwhelming to deal with buying ads because have so many metrics, you got CPMs, CPC, thumb stop ratio,
Correct.
retention, and you really gotta
Correct.
separate the signals from the noise. So yeah,
Exactly.
it's difficult.
Exactly.
And
So
best
I'm
case
grateful that you
scenario-
asked for that question. Yeah.
Yeah, so best case scenario, like for example on Meta, you put $1 in, you get $1 out. And with TikTok and with these platforms that are a bit more underutilized, when you put $1 in, you can get back 3-4x ROAS. But you have to work someone obviously who has experience, and then you can use tactics like methods like Facebook retargeting is a big one. A lot of people have really old websites like you guys probably do.
Yes.
And have never run retargeting. So you can.
This should be a 2-3 hour call to go into everything. And it's not. I can see the timestamp, right? We're 44 minutes in, so there's 11 minutes left, 55 minutes.
Run cheap converting clicks on TikTok. You collect all that data and put it back into Facebook, and you can turn on retargeting. You're gonna get 30 to 50x ROAS,
Wow. This has no...
and that's just free money because it's targeting the same people. Now we had this one client. They were a sneaker brand. They were doing really good on Facebook,
You're offering...
but
I have no idea.
when we went to IG,
I have no idea.
we turned on retargeting, and their cost per action, it dropped by I think 86%, something like that.
Wow.
And it went from $10 to $1.40. But that's obviously the best case scenario with retargeting. If you have a seasoned pixel, which I'm assuming you guys do, there's a lot of things you can implement. Now, you said you really don't want to deal with this stuff because it's a lot. And you would need the creators for UGC if you don't use
Right.
our system, obviously. So would you want to work with us?
No, because I have absolutely no fucking idea what you're offering or what you're going to give me. Like, zero. I have absolutely no intention of ever working with you because I have no clue what you're going to do at all. You just blabbered on about random shit. No, bro, it's like 1 out of 10 now.
Personally, yes, I would love to also see like what your pricing model is like. Right now, I don't have the capacity to say, yes, let's put in a deposit. So
Okay.
this is like all information that I would have to bring to, my team. And
So yeah, that's your pitch. Your pitch is not going to sell anyone, so nobody's going to be sold. You judge the strength of your pitch on how many people are sold. Ideally, 100% of people who you pitched your shit to are going to be sold. And then a fraction of those, like if you're good, 30% if you're okay, 20% if you're like just following my thing word for word and have this dead energy, maybe 15%, but energy can be improved, right? So we're looking between 20 and 30% if you follow a proper script that I've, like the one I've given you. Like the one you have on there, the original one, if you're going to pitch that offer, but you're not going to pitch that offer, you're going to pitch a simpler offer, which is AI UGC, which is higher demand, more people want it, easier fulfillment, higher margins. That was like 83% margins. If you do, it's 83% fucking margins for you. If you sell someone for $2,500 and your cost to produce the ads is $500, 83% margin business. $2,500 is not a lot. And you can do massive output, right? What we can do, like 300, 400, 500 UGC ads, AI ads for that for $500 with a Filipino running it. So that's your offer and that's your pitch. But you didn't pitch anything. You didn't structure it. You didn't do anything here. You just read some lines on a piece of paper with dead energy. So, no, I do not want to work with you. I don't even know what working with you would give me or what you would present.
have them decide and approve if it's, within the budget. but I think that this is really great. Like I said, it's very compelling, and yeah, I would like to know what your pricing model is like. And I know that you said that from that initial video that you sent, it's not, the offer isn't exactly the same. So
Yeah.
I would like to, maybe talk about that.
But do you understand how our systems can make you money? Do you see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And it, diminishes the time and effort, and time and effort is money. So
Yeah, of course. Well, here's our pricing structure is basically based on 3 different tiers. On the top, we have the absolute best tiers. And in that tier, you get 1,000 AI ads that we deliver in a month. And that's $8,000 one-time payment plus $2,000 a month after that if you want us to refresh and make new generations.
okay.
Then the tier below that is also really good. It's 600 AI ads that we deliver, and it's $5,000 one time plus $1,500 a month just to refresh and make the new generation.
What does refresh make new generation mean? You don't even really know what you're offering.
What was the last one? Plus, you said 1,500?
$1,500 a month if you want us to refresh and make the new generation of ads after you test those out. Then the tier below that is for people just testing the waters. The starter package, it's 250 AI ads that we deliver in a month. And that's 2.5 one time plus 1,000 after that, just to keep the refreshing generation.
Okay. Awesome. And what did you say would be?
Horrible pitch. No value proposition. Everything's a disaster. So look, here's what we're going to do for you. So you're going to get, do you understand what we get? No, I don't fucking have any clue what we're going to get. Okay, I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. So since you're just starting out, probably the lowest tier, because we have 3 different tiers, but probably the lowest tier is going to be your best option. Okay, the lowest tier is us running our AI systems to actually, like I said, do the research, provide the data, and give you ads that will perform right away. They'll perform. Okay, so by default, these ads will work. And because they're AI systems, we can do enormous volume for you. So we're going to give you 300 ads, AI UGC ads, that are designed by our AI systems that are trained on your store, on your niche, on your product, that will perform, whatever you said, multiple orders of magnitude better, or you said 3x or 4x, whatever, better than any human ever does. Okay? And with 300 ads, imagine how long that gives you. It covers ad fatigue and how much you can actually run on your current platform, which is, I don't know what, because I never fucking asked you, right? Where you're running ads, or what your ROAS is, or how much ad spend you're doing a month, or what your return is, what your cost per click is, or anything relevant to me in this offer. I didn't ask anything. I was asking random shit that has no relevance. But anyway, I'm going to give you 300 ads, and just going to be 250, 2,500 one time. Okay? That's the lowest tier. And that makes sense for you to do because 300 is plenty for you to test. When you want iterations of that, if it's in the first 30 days, we'll do that for free. Okay? For us to continue working, we're going to charge, like I say, $500 a month. If you want continuous refinement and all this sort of stuff, but those 300 ads will take you, they'll run you 6 months. One tier up is if you want more ads, it's going to be 600 ads. Yeah, 600 ads for 4K. So you get a little bit of a discount there. It's for like medium. If you're doing between 30, 50K a month, that's the tier that I would recommend. For you guys, lower tier. And then just so you know, we do have a high tier. This is where we get 1,500 AI UGC ads, all ready to run, all optimized, all proven to be winners before you've even spent a penny on them. Okay, this is for big brands if you're doing hundreds of thousands a month, and we charge 15K for that. Okay, so 2.5K, 4K, or 15K. That's how you do the pricing. This is all a mess.
The deposit, I guess the deposit depends on which tier we decide to go with, or?
Okay, so I only do the deposit $100. It's just so it's good faith on your side, so you're actually serious, and that just drafts the contract. I send the contract to you, you read it, and If you say no, I don't want to do this, no problem, it's completely refundable. Just so a lot of people just ghost and yeah.
Yeah, and I understand. Is there any way that I could get like a sample contract to be able to show to my team?
She's not a decision maker. She has to do this. You say yes to this person, but you should have screened her at the start, like I told you before, so you don't even get to this point. But your pitch was so brutally bad, it doesn't matter. But here, you just say yes. You don't waffle about, no, I need a deposit to even do the contract. You know, oh my God, my poor little deposit. I got to get my $100. No. Yeah, sure, I'll give you the draft sample contract and fuck off. I'm never going to hear from you. You're never going to hear from me.
Well, the problem is that
You are waffling.
it drafts automatically. So, I mean, I could just give you an outline.
Sure.
Okay, so pretty much the contract is, the term is one-time payment.
What are you doing? What do you mean she wants to give it to her team, she says? Whatever bullshit team she has. She wants to see something in writing and you're talking. Oh my God. I promise I'm going to watch the end, so I'm going to watch the last 6 minutes too.
And then it's a 3 month, because we discovered that 3 months is the best. This is where it caps out with constant improving. So then it's 3 months of the refreshing. So we do the first month, we deliver the ads, you start running them. Now we don't do media buying ourselves. And then we do 3 months separately, so 4 months in total.
What did you randomly ask?
And you said that you do or that you don't do the media
Don't.
buying yourself?
Now, I do have some really good people that we work with that also scale brands and help us out that I could...
Offering. Did you tell her, like, we just do AI UGC ads? No. No one has any clue what you're offering.
for you to. They're phenomenal, but they do obviously charge their own price. I think he charges like $800 a month. So nothing crazy like other agencies. But yeah, the whole point is in the UGC ads where you get the whole volume, so you can do whatever you want with them.
How weak is that? Versus what I say, we're going to give you the best performing ads that have absolutely the highest rate of success, and because they've been built by our AI system that scans, everything that I told you about, and takes those 700 hours to process all the data and follows every single one of your customers you've ever had lifetime across their entire history on the web. Okay, the ads are the result of all that information, which is real fucking information. So the ads will perform from your first run, and we're going to give you 300 of them for just $2,500. It's nothing. It's nothing. If you want to do a little bit more volume, right, we'll double that volume to 600 output for 4K. Better deal. That's how it works. You get the best ads possible. Why? Because they've been generated by AI, but in a specific way. Because, everything is AI these days. It doesn't really matter, just a buzzword. But did you understand how when I explain what our systems actually do and what differentiates them? Why they take that much time to actually process the data required, how they go over every single one of your customers' entire fingerprints that they've left online in their life to understand them on a deeper level than they even understand themselves. That's the scary power of AI, right? This is like Terminator level shit, but we're using it to your advantage. So we're giving you ads that will be guaranteed to perform orders of magnitude better than humans and huge volume of output. Okay? Compare it to a regular UGC, person, she can charge you $3K for 4 videos. Some charge $7K for 5 videos. We're giving you 300 videos that will guaranteed to perform much better than anything. It doesn't matter what face is behind. It doesn't matter if they're a celebrity. Much better because it's been precisely engineered to perform based on real data that was found, based on models that we've trained over 2 years being in this AI space, because I'm a developer by background. I did comp science at Stanford. Okay? You're gonna have the best ads in the fucking world and a huge volume. So when you run the ad, a monkey could run your ads and make you shit tons of money, or sorry, Monkey can do your media buying and make you shit tons of money with our ads. Because the origin point is what matters, and the origin point of any advertising campaign is the creative. And what do you get from us? The best creative in the world. That's what you do, not this fucking garbage.
Okay. So the contract would be locking in essentially for 4 months.
Yeah. So the first month is
No, absolutely not. All we do is deliver ads for you. It's $2,500 for every batch of 300 that we do for you. The end. That's better.
only the delivery of those basket of ads that you decide to go with, and then 3 months of iterations.
Got it. And so what Spot
Now
Digital does,
we could do less, like we could do like a month of refreshing, but honestly, since it keeps getting better, like I said, it caps out at 3 months. Just go with the 3 month one. Get the best results.
I have no idea what you just did. I don't even know what you said. It makes no sense. What the fuck did you say? Are you trying to drop the price so she signs? Are you trying to entice her to say it's not as scary, it's not actually 4 months? Like, what the fuck are you doing? All this is a disaster, complete fucking disaster. But if you take what I said, if you take the words that I used in this fucking loom and like redo the script from scratch, delete whatever you have on screen there, do it from scratch, from the ground up, then you can pitch this. And you can pitch this out in 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay? But get some fucking energy for fuck's sake as well.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys just provide the content essentially, and then we would be the ones to do the actual like plugging in and buying, like doing the media buying person.
Yeah, like I said, I could refer you to someone just because you.
Yes, exactly, because we're the best in the fucking world at that. So we focus on our specialty. If you want a media buyer, we have references for you, that's no problem, but we focus on what we're experts at, and we're experts at making converting ads for your business. Do you want in?
Said that it would make everything easier, so we can just streamline the entire process. The whole marketing thing is done from our side. I think that would be the best for both of us. Now, yeah, I mean, obviously depends what deal we can work on, because one person trying to run that many ads is going to be a bit difficult.
And do you know how easy it is to run our ads? You don't even need a media buyer, because honestly, the algorithm does all the media buying for you. All you need is great performing creative, and we provide that. So all you do is you load all the ads up into an ABO campaign, off you go. That's it. Like, you can do it yourself, or I'll give you a training. I'll make you a personal training Loom video of me showing you how to set this up. You can have your ads up and running in less than an hour. All 300 ads, all printing money for your store. That's the value of giving us 25. This is the 25,000. So I'm thinking about bigger deal size with this AI marketing agency stuff. But yeah, that's the value of giving us $25,000, $2,500. Ease of use. You're selling ease of use and fast results and like guaranteed success. And that's what makes a good offer.
But yeah, obviously depends which tier we're gonna go for, and how many ads we have to run.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I do appreciate you reaching out. So like I said, right now I don't necessarily have the say to approve anything officially at this moment. So this is something that I would have to bring back to my team, talk through it with them, see what they think, and then I would be able to get back to you.
Is it possible that we can reschedule with all the decision makers on the call?
This is something you could have done the first 3 minutes.
Can definitely try. I know that they're pretty busy, but if you give me your email, or did you?
God, she's so nice. She just wants to.
So I know that I got the calendar notification, but
Yeah, I mean, we could just. I could actually make the event and add you. Now next week is a bit busy.
My next week totally open. Busy.
Maybe I actually do have time on Wednesday, same time.
Okay.
Exactly 1 week from now.
Okay, so before we put anything in the books right now, this is something that I would have to ask them because, like, for example, like, they're not even in the office today. You know, they're very seldom in. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not sure right now, like, what their calendar would look like and what they would be available for. Next week, Wednesday, like, may or may not work, but I would have to check in with them.
Okay, I think I texted you the link for this. It's 303, 305 546 7363. Is that your number?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god, I called you Veronica. That's one of our clients. Sorry. Okay, well, probably best if you just text me after you get the whole team together. Just because, like I said, we only work with a few clients at a time, and the media buyers currently does have the time. So, but I just don't want to tell them, hey, maybe there's an if with 3 different clients. I just want to get this all locked in.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I understand. So, so the media buyer, for example, would be like an add-on expense to the contract.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What are you doing? Like, seriously, man. Like, what are you? You're all over the place. You said, yeah, like the media buyer, so he's not on standby. But you told her you don't have a fucking media buyer. He's a third party to this, and it's not part of the contract. So why would you bring him up at all? Horrible pitch.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you. I really appreciate your time and your patience and all the
Yours too.
questions that you asked.
Well, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Josh.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, yeah, that gets like, I don't know, like a 2 out of 10 rating, man. That was not good. But hopefully you can improve with this feedback. That's the whole point of me doing this feedback, right? For almost 2 hours. So let's go. Next one that I want to do has to be a hell of a lot better. All right. I'll give you Loom feedback because why the fuck not? I'm going to watch it anyway. All right. So great job so far. Except that thing I told you that you got to transition better, right?
Every single client individually to see, okay, we can actually scale you. We worked with clients for years and
Yeah, great. Perfect. Now he knows you're serious and you're the owner.
hopefully years to come. And this is why we want to work with brands that we can actually scale and have long-term partnerships with.
Good. So you want
Then,
to
because obviously this is business to business, I just want a yes or a no at the end. If you can make that decision.
Just one thing, you should emphasize a little bit more that so how it's going to go is I'm going to get info about your business, see if you're a match, but like you can expand on that, right? Like what you're looking for, what you've done before, just so I understand and can make sure that we can actually help you. And if I see that we can help you, okay, I'm going to go in depth explaining everything that you're going to get, so you understand everything fully, in full. You have no questions. There's no stone left unturned. Okay, and after that, you do what you're doing now. I want a yes or no. You have to. You're missing this part, right? And like you got to find out about them. You're going to explain everything in depth because you're saying now, hey, give me a yes or no, but he doesn't know that you're going to go in depth. He doesn't know how much info you're going to give, right? You have to pre-frame that by saying, hey, I'm going to give so much fucking info, like your eyeballs will fall out of your fucking head, and then you'll be able with that info to make a yes no decision. That's all I'm asking you for. Okay, and just avoid this wishy-washy, middle ground. Oh, I gotta ask someone. I gotta think about it. I'll get back to you tomorrow, a week from now. That's just a soft no. We both know it's just a soft no. Okay, if it's a no, it's a no. You can tell me. It's business to business. You won't hurt my feelings. Okay, we got plenty of clients. I just wanted, if you want to do it, yes, tell me. If not, no. Is that cool? Yes. And then if it's a yes, deposit.
No, maybe I gotta think about it. That's just a soft no. And if yes, I'll take a small initial deposit. It will automatically draft the contract. I send it to you, you read it, you sign it, and off we go. We get started as soon as tomorrow because speed wins in business. If no, no problem, but at least you know how to make the best ads in the world. Is that cool?
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, so. See,
Awesome.
good job.
So tell me about your business. What are you kind of doing right now in terms of monthly revenue? What's the average?
So we have we have a seasonal business, which is obviously very highly leveraged towards the summertime. We currently only operate in the UK, although we are looking to expand in the next year or two into the US market, which is considerably bigger. Last year's revenue was £700,000, with probably 65% of that coming in 4 months of the summer months from June through to the end of August. Maybe from middle of May to the middle of September, actually, the 4 month period. And that's when we tend to sort of ramp up our advertising. What we do as a business is our core product is pizza dough balls, where people can obviously they buy the pizza dough balls and they put themselves at home. That's the main premise for our D2C business. We also have a couple of products that people buy that they don't necessarily buy tables for, not even buy tables, buy pizza knit.
I'm speeding up because I don't care what he says.
So our preparation dust, which our preparation dust is unique to us. So that's going to try to make it a lot easier for you to prepare. As I said, prepare pizzas at home, not into pizza ovens, which a lot of people struggle with. So that's essentially, and then we have everything else on top of that. You've got on pizza, cheese mix, etc., and also accessories.
Yeah, that's good for targeting, especially. It sounds like you guys probably have a big wholesale part, and how much sales is wholesale versus the site?
To be honest, our wholesale, we haven't pushed our wholesale out as much as we should have done. So wholesale business is probably only 20% of revenues.
Oh,
We'd like to,
Right? Because you're just looking at the site. Okay, so how much wholesale? Great. Okay, great. So wholesale doesn't really matter. It's just 20%. Great. So we focus on the site. So what are you doing currently to actually grow? You should, I think you will ask these questions, right? You ask questions that are relevant to your offer, right?
moving into new premises at the moment.
And you can better pre-frame the questions too. If you say, okay, what's your revenue? You can say, okay, so I know like what are you currently doing, and I got to figure out kind of what you're doing and what levers you're pulling to achieve that, so I can tell you if we can actually improve it through what we give, which is the world's best UGC ads, right? Trained on our systems. I'll explain how they work too. So where you at?
If we would really, I want to, with that premises, we're more than, I think it's about 3 times bigger than our existing premises, and custom designed. So I want to make sure that wholesale is a bigger part of the business from that.
And what's the average order value? For example, you have a customer coming. What's the
£2.
average? £2.
42.
42 pounds.
Yeah. We do have a good repeat rate as well.
And
So-
how much is that?
26%.
Yeah, well, that's good, yeah.
If it helps you based on conversions,
Oh, you mean this?
just to give you some sort of comfort, our conversion rate is about 4.6%.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why so many repeat customers are there? And what's the cost of goods served on that?
Why?
What's the cost?
Again, why? What does that have to do with your ads? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Don't ask that question.
Like, what are your margins at?
Doesn't matter for you.
Around about 30-35%.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look. If you're offering AI UGC, all you care about is are you running ads currently? Yes or no. That's your first thing. It's like you think it's yes, you take one path. If it's no, you take other path. If it's yes, like okay, great. What's the performance of them? They'll say it's like this. You say okay, where are you getting the creatives from? They say it's like this. You say would you like to test better creatives at higher volume so you can have higher results? Then what are your results? Like your ROAS. It's like this. Okay, do you want that higher? Yes, obviously I want that higher. Okay, well UGC plugs in to make that higher for you. Right? There's no relevance what their cogs are, what their margins are. Zero.
Exactly, perfect. Because we're originally from dropshipping, and you gotta deal with those 10-15% margins. Like,
Yeah.
for example, one of our clients, they actually have really high ticket products, but they wanted to open a line which is really low ticket, and that product, those products had to be drop shipped. And we actually ended up scaling to like 90 to 6 figures in months. And guess how much was the take-home profit on one of those months?
Probably 2%.
Yeah, it was 5 or 6 grand.
Yeah, it's like, probably, 1,000. Wow. Yeah, I know with things like that, because you factor in all the shipping, returns, and everything else, it's like
Exactly.
your net
So-
profit is non-existent.
So when you come here and say 35%, that's good to hear. 100%, yeah. And what are you doing right now to grow your profitability? What are you venturing into? Where are you trying to expand?
We're just trying to grow. We still haven't hit the peak of our market in the UK, so we're obviously still trying to grow that. We haven't looked. We know TikTok is extremely popular, and there's a market we're probably missing. Well, we are missing out on through TikTok for those people that don't go onto Instagram or Facebook. So we're missing out on opportunities there. We're missing out on wholesale business as well. So There's so much more. This business could be a good 7-figure turnover business.
That's what you want. Okay, this is important. This is the stuff that matters for you. Okay, great. Why aren't you there? Blah blah blah. Okay, you know how we can get you there with our amazing fucking ads that perform. You said 50% better in testing, so you're not losing money on testing. And then when the winners are in, they perform like orders of magnitude better. Don't assign a ROAS when you say they perform better. Be this vague. Orders of magnitude better. 50% is fine because that, who's going to count 50% at the end of the day, right? 50% better is like on a 2x ROAS, it goes up to, I guess, 3x because that's significant. But okay, let's say on testing. So you say testing at a 1x ROAS, they just break even, right, on the ad spend, but they're losing money because of COGS. So your 50% better ends up being a 1.5. Right? That's within the level of noise. And then you say orders of magnitude better for the winners. Never assign a specific ROAS because you're going to get fucked then. Because if they perform like that, great. If they don't, they're like, you promised me 7x return ad spend. I'm getting 4x. What the fuck? I hate this agency. And you're thinking like, but I'm making you money, right? It's because you pre-framed it incorrectly. So
easily within a couple of years with the right focus and growth.
Okay, awesome. And what's the actual? You probably have a goal in mind what you want to achieve. Is it like revenue-wise, or getting more traffic? What's the main goal?
Revenue for me, yeah. Revenue is obviously a little bit of vanity, as I say. Profit is sanity. So I want profit at the end of the day, but I want to grow the business, and I'd like to. We've been pretty much growing 50% year on year for the last 2 years. So I want to carry that on. I'd like to actually get it, over 50% this year if we can, and then really expand on the fact that our new premises and the machinery that we're going to be getting in is much just gives us that capabilities to actually just increase X-fold.
Yeah.
See, great. See, your offer is so much better than this whole like agency entire bill for so much expenses for you. You're saying, hey, I'm going to give you this one hyper-targeted thing that will improve downstream every other aspect of your business and give you way higher revenue. It's much cleaner and easier to pitch one precise exact thing. That's why we made this pitch, because it's stronger, right? It's easier for you to execute. They're faster sales calls. You're only responsible for creating like all you're really giving them are good-looking AI UGC ads. Ultimate performance is not on you. Right? That's the beauty of it. They can't bitch at you if the ads actually look good. So you gotta just come up with good content for them, and that's it. Then they're happy. That's why it's such a fucking clean deal.
Like I said, yeah, you're currently at last year you did 700K, and now you want to increase that 50%. But I mentioned that I want to work clients long term.
It's much just gives us that capabilities to actually just increase X-fold.
Yeah. Well, like I said, yeah, you're currently at last year you did 700K, and now you want to increase that 50%. But
that's still fine. That's fine. You can sell them on that. You don't even need a huge stretch goal. This is cool. This is great because you're just selling AI UGC ads for a small upfront fee, and you're taking home all the fucking profit. You have like 80% plus margins. We figured out the cost, right? Their costs are gonna be like on a 2,500 order. Your cost is gonna be less than 500 for a Filipino editor. It's significantly less. Even if it's 500, you have 83% margins. That's magic, right? So don't even worry about that. This is good enough. For your offer, I know what you're doing, right? Because for my offer was we will grow and scale your store hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, right? I needed that. You don't even need this. You just have to say that, hey, we're going to give you like, in theory, we're going to give you like incremental improvement in your ads and you'll make, a little bit more money, but that little bit more money in the first month of what you're doing current turnover will like double or triple what you're paying us for it. Worst case scenario. That's why I said incremental, right? And then it's also good, like when you start getting better at this, it's also good to downplay your stuff like this, right? Because it's like a psychological thing for them. They're thinking, so if these guys are calling, 50% boost in sales incremental, what happens when their stuff actually really kicks in? Right?
I mentioned that I want
and set expectations lower, which is great for you because they'll be happy with anything they get that's above that. So it's like this is like advanced shit.
To work clients long term, like to work with long term relationships.
But I like this fucking 32 minutes, bro. That's so much better. Like these are really strong sales calls, right? Like for Boom and Craze, I was doing like 2 or 3 hours. It's a disaster. I had to do it because when I started in like January 2023 building it, we had our first client with March or April 2023. In January, I was down to my last 10 fucking $1,000 everywhere because my brother stole the millions in crypto, or the equivalent of that would have been worth then millions in crypto. Okay, from 2013 and 2017, they put in 100, 200K each year. Okay, what would that be worth today? Huge amounts. Okay, one fucking bank, Europac Bank, shut down. You can look them up, europacbank.com. They shut down. I had 240,000 in one account there. I had 27,000 other account there, all gone. Okay, Malta owes me a tax refund of 40K. At that point, they still do. I just haven't filed the fucking paperwork. I don't want to because at that point, because they kept the fucking refund for 5 years or whatever. No, 2018, yeah, 2018, 2019, 2019, 20. 21, 22, 23. Yeah, they kept the refund for 5 years. 40K they owe me, euro. Okay. When I said, okay, I want it, they said, oh, you got to pay 20K late fees. And I had fucking 10K USD left in my accounts for everything, like all life, because all my backup were eliminated. Okay. So that's why I did an offer like that, where I'm like, we're just going to throw the kitchen sink at you. We're going to deliver everything and do everything. And I'm going to pitch for 3 fucking hours. Right? You're cleaner now. You're safer, and this is a more hyper-targeted offer, which will have higher margins for you off the retainer. Okay? Sure, you might not get the uplift in revenue that we got for Boom Boom, but you can expand different ways, right? There's different paths of agency growth, and what I'm giving you now is based on all my years of experience in business, doing all this shit, right? Yeah, because RebelFit.io was 2021, right? We contracted 100K months, June, July, August, and I thought that would take off, and it was supposed to be $1 million months, and then like Facebook bans kept fucking us, and that's why I was down last 10K, right? And all my backups, where I kept money for backups, were taken away. So that's why you don't have to do this. This is hyper targeted. This is better for you, and you will have higher profit margins, obviously, on the retainer or on the infrastructure build or whatever they give you, on the money they fucking give you, and then we can plan out more efficient maneuvering for you and your agency on this offer, and you can hop into other upsells in the future, like just other offers that for your existing clients you're giving them as well, right? But we're improving everything that I've done, so this is where this advice is coming from.
Tips. Why exactly does that matter to you? That goal.
Why does it matter? Because I'm ambitious and I want to have
Good.
not only comfortability.
Good. See, you took my feedback like to heart. This is fucking great. Told you have it in you.
Sorry,
That's why I wasn't happy. I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? What's he doing yesterday? Right now I'm happy.
the Lamborghini on the driveway, but I want to grow the business. I want us to become known for being the #1 pizza dough company in the UK, irrespective of whether that's DTC people or wholesale. So I want people to come to us first and foremost. And the way you do that is you grow your revenue.
Awesome. And what's your biggest struggle getting sales right now? If you have to pinpoint one thing, what would you say would be
It's probably content. I think in many of the ways it's content that we can drive that people relate to.
That's perfect because our systems can literally make thousands of UGC ads.
Good.
I'm gonna break down to you, and
Yeah.
that's the perfect thing. If you're struggling with content,
Beautiful. Whoa. Well done. I got shivers. Like literally, I have shivers right now. So good, man. You took my feedback to heart overnight. I didn't even expect you to watch it because I sent you one like 2 a.m. or something, and it was 2 hours long. And you watched it, went to sleep, woke up, did this call, and you told me you closed them. So fucking great job.
you just throw gold.
I think UGC is great. I think that, and I know I've seen. So I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw a platform that did AI UGC, and it was obviously just a box in that particular instant, with the AI talking behind it, but it was impressive. So you're not pushing against a closing door with me talking about AI. It's something I know, and I know that UGC is actually really important as well.
Okay. And how long have you been at it with the brand? How long have you been around?
4 years.
4 years. Well, like you said, the content part is really important, and that's exactly what we do. Now we take care of everything. We focus on creating the content. Our AI optimizes it for everything, and then you actually run the ads, and you just focus on customer service. That's it. So we need you to. Our goal is to get you exactly to your goal. So our goals are aligned, and on a higher level, we do 3 different things.
Good.
First of all,
Holy shit.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Fucking brilliant. Oh my god, I'm so happy. This is great. Very good. Fucking perfect. Good job.
AI to scrape all the websites, all your reviews, all your products, everything.
I would still change that wording. Scrape websites. What websites? Right? Just you got to rewrite that and figure it out. Because what you're really saying is our AI will research every single customer that's ever bought from you. They're going to find their entire online history and their like digital footprint they've left since the first moment they got online. And from that info, they're going to figure out, like the AI is going to figure out exactly what made your existing customers buy. And from that is how those insights, which are real fucking insights based on hard data, okay, that's how I make the best ads in the world. That's the key. That's the secret sauce that we give you. Because you can go to creatify.ai or someone and just type some prompts and you get an AI avatar dancing on screen. You can do that, right? What you're paying us for is this expertise and the ability to do this. And you know how long this takes for like a client of your size? It's at least 70 to 100 hours of processing. And you know how fast the fucking AI tools are, right? You go chatgpt.com, you type anything in, and it'll solve, like you type a PhD level question in, like in a math exam, it'll solve it like this, right? And I'm telling you, it's going to take 70 to 100 hours of processing power to actually figure out all this data. So there's something there, right? That's it.
It also scrapes the biggest forums out there, and it designs the perfect customer that it needs to target. And then it goes into phase 2 and it starts actually generating those ads. We can create thousands of different AI UGC ads. Like no human is ever gonna record that, or if they will, it's gonna cost definitely a lot of money. So AI helps leverage that. And then after that's generated, the biggest needle mover is when we start running the ads. Actually, you start running the ads, we get feedback back. So we see, okay, these are the ads that actually perform the best. And we input that data back into the AI and creates even better ads. So that continues for generations and it keeps growing exponentially. So you get even better results over time because the ads keep improving. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, perfect.
What's,
Well, let me
what's
just
the ROAS? What sort of ROAS do you aim to work towards?
Well, it's completely different with other brands. So, for example, one of the brands we work with, like I just checked yesterday, the dashboard, it's I think 14.5, something like that, ROAS. But that's obviously different when you have like
Don't sell them. Don't sell them on hard numbers of ROAS. You say, okay, what's yours currently at? Okay, so based on our average with working with our clients, that'll be boosted through proper ads, which is the creative, and the creative is everything now in the game. Okay, that'll be boosted 50%, 60%, 100%, 200%, 300%, right? But minimum 50%, right? So by introducing our ads into your ads, you're gonna get 50% uplift in revenue off your existing traffic that's running through ads through paid channels. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds fucking good. And this is me like underselling it to you. Okay, because I want to set expectations low, so then when we surpass them, like you're hooked for life and you love us, and we have great long-term relationship. That's how you do it.
product that's doing like 60-70% margins. If you get a 3x ROAS, that's already amazing. So it's somewhere between there, let's say 2.5 for some of the brands that we just signed on,
You don't get locked into these numbers. Don't promise them numbers like this.
and then 15 for the best one.
I just know this from experience because one of my fucking sales guys once on the ads offer promised the client like I don't know some bullshit ridiculous it was really ridiculous. Oh, he promised that because her conversion rate was 0.5 and we're gonna get her conversion up to between 2 and 3. So from 0.5 to 3, that's 6x improvement in conversion rate. So she's making, I think she's making, let's say 50K a month, right? She's making 50K a month. So with our magic conversion rate wand, we're going to waive it. And she's going to go from 50K a month to $300,000 a month because of our magic conversion optimization wand that we're going to waive once and implement. And he signed her. And I had no idea he said this bullshit. And when she started bitching about like, where's my conversion rate increase? Like it improved, but not 6x better to get 6x more sales. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about in my head to her? And I go to the sales guy and I'm like, what is this? And I send him a screenshot. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, I promise because it makes sense because if it goes from 0.5 to 3%, it's 6x more revenue. And I'm like, are you fucking retarded? And yes, he was fucking retarded.
But that's obviously the right product combined with the right strategy with over time that seasoning, like I mentioned, with the AI.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, so this AI that we developed, it's like I said, it's gonna go through all of your websites, all it scrapes all of the content. It's gonna see, okay, that's actually what the
Fine, good enough for now, right? But what I made up just on the spot was much better and stronger.
this customer would be interested in. This is the best product to use. This is the best video to make. This is the best creator to use, and it can completely generate everything. Let me show you an example, just so I'm not speaking French.
He likes that little
Okay,
phrase.
here we go.
It's cute.
Window.
Yesterday it sucked when you said it. Now it's good. Bro, you implemented in less than 12 hours. It's amazing. I'm very impressed. Like, I'm very happy. This is great. That's what my feedback is for, right? Because literally, what, it's 2 p.m.
you
now
see it?
here? I was still recording at 2 a.m. last
Okay,
night.
perfect.
So you implemented
Now
within
this
12
ad,
hours.
this is 100% AI generated. Everything you see is AI.
Bold colors, easy blending, long lasting.
Compact design.
I love how the bold colors really pop, perfect for day or night. The easy blending makes this my go-to palette. It's simply flawless. I'm amazed at how long it lasts. No fading, just vibrant color all day.
It's compact and fits perfectly in my bag.
So, right, so you got to make this ad better that you present to them. But I know you haven't had any time to make the ad yet. But like, it should be more people, more avatars. When the lip sync is off, they should, you should cover her fucking face. Like, this lip sync is off. But great, you sold them.
Ideal for my busy
So the structure is there.
lifestyle.
Now that's obviously the first generation, which is gonna be the
Iteration, not generation. Iteration. That's what you were saying. You were saying generation. Iteration is the word you're looking for. Okay, iteration.
worst quality,
Yeah.
but it's probably lagged on your screen. I'm not sure because
It's okay, actually. It's just more the lipstick, but I get that from AI. So,
yeah, I mean, I can send you the actual.
Right. So exactly. So you gotta create a portfolio of ads that are very well lip synced, and when they're not, they gotta be covered, or the AI avatar's gotta be gone. You can use B-roll footage of the product instead, right? But they're still talking. That's how. Like, that's your magician's trick.
The link if it's
To
gonna
get the
show
sale.
you differently. Show all right on my screen.
But then you
But
obviously will deliver
essentially,
too.
Let me
right?
just paste it in the chat. So you actually have the demo.
Okay, this is waste of time. Don't do this. This doesn't matter. Just move on. Go next. This is no. Don't do this.
Copy.
It's slowing everything down. Who gives a shit?
Here we go.
And I'm surprised he closed too, because he didn't
Yeah,
actually
so
talk
this,
about
this is an
what the ads are
ad
going to do for him.
that just got sent.
But the structure already is better. Don't do this. It's a waste of time. He doesn't care. Look at his face. Did he ask you for it? No. Like,
Okay. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
what does he need? What is he going to do with it? You just watch it together.
They're very clever.
Or am I wrong? Is that another one? I know. Your portfolio sucks because we didn't even create one yet, right? So in the future, this will be stronger.
I think they're very good. I do think they're very good.
Yeah.
What's the
It's fine.
conversion
For first generation, it's obviously gonna be a bit janky, but like I said, it keeps improving, and that's the whole point. Now when we do run these systems, it's gonna take like 70 to 100 hours to process all that data, and then it's gonna take some time to spit out all the ads. Just because it works on predicting human behavior, it's not just regular AI. And
Yeah.
the biggest advantage of this is that you don't need to blow any money on testing. Just because every single agency out there, they just take your retainer and keep saying, oh, we're testing, and they're just losing money on ads. Now, because, like I said, we built...
That's a story that you can flesh out if you want, but like this couple sentences, not that great, right? Every single agency says we're testing, and losing money on ads. That's not a story. That's just like the reading line of a script.
already built in a part of the brain into the AI, so it can make the decision, okay, I designed this character, that's the perfect customer that's going to buy, and it predicts, okay, is that customer actually going to convert from that ad or no? Because when you're manually running ads, you have to test each each one individually. But when you have already this system in place, you only get the best ads from that already got internally tested. So that's massive, and we
That's a good
assume,
point.
well, actually, based on our
Flesh that point out.
calculations, it's 60% better than any human-made AI video.
That's clever. That's amazing, actually, as well. If it's that much better, that's amazing.
See, that's
Yeah, so if you're currently testing, let's say, a completely losing ad,
See, you should have asked him like, what are you testing? What's your media buying strategy? Like, what's your budget? What's your ROAS? What percentage of the budget per month is dedicated to testing? And then you can sell this better, stronger.
say 1.2x ROAS, horrible. If you just simply input one video into the AI, it will get a 1.7x, just because it's hyper optimized to that customer, right?
Yeah,
and then,
interesting.
yeah, so it starts building the backlog of all those winning ads. That it starts.
Okay, now I understand why you were asking for ROAS and stuff, because you want to see what his for his COGS and margins. You want to see what his break even is, ROAS, right? But that's the wrong way to do it. The right way is what I said, right? What's your current performance, and whatever it is, we're going to increase it on ads. So you don't have to know the background of what his break even is, right?
Spitting out. So, like I said, it does that process of elimination, getting the best ads, and once we do have those ads, you can run them, and you can export that data back. Feed it back, and they see, oh, the AI is going to see these performed really well. I used that creator, I used that kind of voice, I used that kind of script, and it's going to iterate and keep getting better. Like I said, if I just put this into simple terms, like let's say the perfect buyer of.
Does that make sense? Yes. Like you gotta start using these little phrases. Does that make sense? You get like I just say, does that make sense always, right? Do you understand? Like. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, then you keep going. Does that make sense? Yes. Do you have any questions? No. Okay, next point. Does that make sense? Yes. Any questions? No. All clear? Yes. Okay, next point.
Of a makeup brand is 35 to 45-year-old women. So the human media buyer is probably going to think, okay, I need a UGC creator in that age bracket to promote the product. They're gonna scout out that creator. God knows how long it's gonna take them to find it, and ship them the product.
Yeah.
It's gonna take another 2 weeks for them to actually edit, record the video, and they're gonna get like 2 or 3 scripts out of them. And it's not really optimized. You can't really change nothing about that creator besides what they're actually wearing. But the AI picks up on subtle things, and because it's 100% generated, it can change everything. Like it can change the color of their hair.
Nobody cares. That doesn't fucking matter. Use what I said yesterday about, media buyers, they're going to go with their initial internal biases, and they're going to do a lot of testing, and they're going to burn a lot of money testing. So let's say you're selling a product for women 60 to 7 years old, right? Media buyer might say, okay, we want equal customer avatar. Like we want the UGC creator we're going to use to match the customer avatar. So we're going to find ladies between 60 and 70 years old. Right, and then someone else might test like some other age groups, whatever, other brackets, whatever, and all this is money burnt on testing because this is just ideas in their head. What we provide is our AI models actually know, because again, like I said, they find out all the leftover fingerprints and trails online of all your customers, right? Because all data is available to everybody now, so we use that. We're take advantage of that. It's a little bit Orwellian, but it is what it is. That's the current world these days. So. But you just got to take advantage of it, right? So he who has the tools takes advantage of them, does best. I just made that up. But the AI would say right away, hey, no. These people, 67-year-old women, actually want to see an ad with someone who's like 45 to 55 years old, because that resonates with them. Because what are they worried about actually, in truth, is looking like they did, when they were 45 to 55. And of course, yes, a human media buyer might stumble on that eventually, but imagine how much money you would burn on testing and paying all these different creators in all these different demographics. Whereas our scraping, like all the data we're going to get, is going to tell you exactly what the output needs to be. Okay. And yes, from that output, you could also go out and hire human UGC creators who are slow, lazy, unproductive, and charge thousands of dollars for a single video. Okay. Or you can get our amazing, beautiful AI UGC, which takes those insights and implements them right away. We do huge volumes, so you have an enormous amount of ads for your business. That sound good? Yes. Okay. How much does it cost? Yeah, asks you. $2,500 for 300 ads. That's it. One-time fee, and you have 300. You can test it forever. If you want to go higher, there's higher tiers. Is that good? Or do you want to go higher? Oh, like what if I want to do like 500 ads? Okay, it's gonna be 4K. for 500. Oh, okay, yeah, I want that. Okay, cool. Sign. Here you go.
You can change the color. You can change the power of their voice, stuff like that. That a human eye can't pick up on. And this is why it's so precise. Like, even when you get those human ads back after 2 weeks, you still have like, let's say, 3 ads to test, and it's gonna take another week just to see what performs, and they end up losing. Now the AI can generate all of those ads in an afternoon, right? So you see how powerful and it actually is important to leverage this.
So my question to you would be: we have a very bespoke product, I guess, in pizza dough, and our pizza dough mix and the preparation flours that we have with it. How would you see those being created?
Yeah, okay, so like I sent you the example. It takes different images, it promotes the product in different ways. It's obviously hyper optimized to your customer. I don't know who exactly your customer is, but the way the AI approaches it is completely objectively. So it draws patterns and recognition between, okay, this customer is gonna really highly convert from this ad, and then you can actually plug them in to start testing. Now, the actual ads, how would they look? It can completely depend on who your actual target customer is and what it decides.
Would it feature? Would it take sort of image? So that makeup one, for example, had a sort of palette of the actual makeup in there.
Yeah.
Would it be trying to draw imagery from I don't know, our website or whatever, and try and take dough balls and use things like that as well, or finish
It only shows the official product.
right? Where does
Yeah.
how do you feed that official product in?
It scrapes all your website. I mean, it's
Right.
best if you also provide us some high quality images, just so when it scrapes the website, it doesn't pick up all the compressed stuff. But yeah, you give it an input of all the asset, and it just learns based on that.
Right. And would it show a final product? So we obviously provide the raw products, but then people
Yeah.
cook at home. It can also show final products of pizzas being prepared, or and maybe even some of those are AI generated. I don't know, but we have obviously the actual the people send us loads of photos. We put loads of photos out of our own pizzas that we make. So it would do that as well.
Yeah, assuming that it picks up on that input, it gets that input 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, obviously, every client I talk to, they keep complaining about media buying, just how difficult it is to deal with that, because you have so many metrics to look at. You got CPC, CPMs, thumbs up ratio, retention, and you just don't know.
What that has no relevance again, bro. You're evoking stuff from the old script that has no relevance to your fucking offer. No, don't do this. Who cares?
How to separate the signals from the actual noise. And the thing with AI UGC ads is because you have such a high volume. For example, let's say you have 5 different leverage points. We have, first of all, the AI is going to generate 5 different creators, 5 different intros, 5 different scripts.
You're losing them with this. It's just very simple. It's the pitch that I said before, and it's a simple one. And simplicity will sell for you. Okay?
It's going to use 5 different products, and let's say 5 different settings. So some people are in the kitchen, some people are in the living room, stuff like that. That's not 5 times 5, 25 ads, but that.
Who the fuck would think that's 5 times 5, bro? Come on, you gotta give me a little bit of credit. Please don't ever say this again. That's embarrassing. That offends their intelligence. And maybe people are this stupid, like we're in school these days now, but just don't do that.
That's 5 to the power of 5. So
Yeah.
that's 3,125 ads. And obviously, you're never going to run that many ads. But the best part of all this is it's going to take all those 3,000 generated ads into consideration and already do the predetermined testing internally. So you're going to get out of 3,000 ads, you're going to get about 250 best ones.
This isn't fleshed out, like what the internal testing is, and have a story around it. Like, just do what I just told you.
Okay. So, yeah, so this is how it works internally. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, perfect. Now, you also mentioned that you would like to expand on TikTok. The good thing about TikTok is that it's still very much underutilized platform. So, best case on Meta, you put $1 in, you get $1 out. On TikTok,
Oh, Jesus, fuck, I'm playing you at 2x. I thought this was normal speed. Yeah. Okay. There's more energy needed, right?
I mean, if you're working with someone with experience, you put $1 in, you get back out 3, 4. I know obviously people got them, like I said.
Don't say this.
into the 15s, but that's obviously rare examples and when all the elements align. Then another thing you can do with these AI UGC ads is to run retargeting ads. Just because your website has been around 4 years, like you said, you probably have a really seasoned pixel, meaning that.
Why are you selling on media buying where you don't do media buying? What are you thinking? Your package is like your current ads are running an X efficiency. We're going to make it X times 1.5 or X times 2 or X times 3 efficiency through these great systems. That's it. That's all you pitch. Like delete all of this shit.
Facebook has already learned who the customer is and can draw similarities. It has a lot of information that they harvest from the customers. And if you run retargeting, it's going to target those people again. And you can get like 30 to 50x ROAS just because they're getting retargeted. And it's essentially free money. So you definitely have to make sure you do that. Like we have one client. Personally, we do not do media buying.
So then why the fuck are you telling him about media buying? Fuck's sake. What are you doing? Stop.
Used to do that. That was our previous offer. We also now shifted it because AI is the best thing ever. Like I said, amazing leverage.
So we do this amazing thing, but I'm going to tell you about this other thing that we used to that has no relevance to you, absolutely, and I'm just going to blah, blah, blah for absolutely no reason, waste your time and my time.
We used to do that. We had one client, they were like a sneaker company, and when we turned on retargeting, their cost per action, first of all, was like, I think like $10, and then it dropped to $1.40, so it's 8%. More. So
Nothing
if you have a seasoned pixel, you have a budget that's done around 3 years, that's something you have to use.
Zero relevance to your offer.
Now, like I said, if you're going to do content, UGC content, normal UGC content, you need hundreds of creators, you're going to need editors, you're going to need to ship them out products. I mean, it's going to take a long time. And some of these creators, they charge like $1,000 for 5 videos. And they're a complete commodity. Everyone with a phone is a UGC creator.
Good. Okay, now
so
good.
This, everything makes sense.
Yeah, just because I know I'm putting my time now.
Hey, you wasted time.
Beyond the AI UGC creation, is it so you don't do
He's confused as fuck as well because you started it's like we do AI UGC ads, then you're telling them about retargeting all this bullshit that you don't even offer. What are you doing?
the media buying on the marketing agency side? So it would fit into our marketing agency, is that right?
Yeah, now if you already have someone doing media buying, this
is what you ask at the very start. That's all your offers. What are your current paid ad channels? What are the creatives like? How much testing are you doing? Okay, great. We're going to improve all of that by giving you the best fucking thing in the world for the origin point, which is the creative in and of itself. And you know how good your team will look now after you implement our ads? Like you will want, they'll come to you and be like, hey, we want to get paid 2 times as much. You'd be like, yes, please take my money. But it's not them, it's us, right? It's the ads. That's the beauty of this. So don't give them double when your performance skyrockets, right? Just order some more from us.
awesome.
We do on
Could refer you to someone I know. That's absolutely phenomenal. But we do not. We only focus on making the best AI ads possible.
Good. So
Right, okay, all right, that's cool. That's good because I was trying to work.
That's good. I know exactly what you do. You do this one great thing. You do it at the highest level possible. I want to buy from you.
Out how. So we have what we think is a good agency. We like them. I would take the introduction, by the way, to you if there's someone that you think is absolutely super. I would take the introduction and listen to them. I like the guys we've got. You know, I know there's always room for improvement. They haven't done any TikTok ads because they're saying they need UGC for TikTok. So we are primed and ready to go for TikTok. So
Exactly.
yeah, okay, all right, cool. So what's the cost then?
Well,
Great. He wants it. See, this guy's sold. This guy's sold. On an improved pitch from yesterday, there was still some major fuck ups, but he's already sold. So see, good offer.
Do you want to work with us?
Yes, I would. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, see, great. He's sold.
Okay.
Right.
And do you see how all of these systems can make you money?
Good. Good job.
It all comes down to how much it does cost, though.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's move on to the pricing. So we have 3 different tiers. The absolute best tier is you get 1,000 AI generated ads, and we deliver those in a month, and that's a one-time payment of $8,000.
Bro, again, you know, he's a smaller business. I don't know what he is. Pitch from down up. Okay? I pitch from up down to make us seem very valuable to price anchor our services high at $10K a month. Right? And then for shitty clients, they send on the lowest tier, 5K or less, 3.5K or something. But it was the price anchor. You're not price anchoring anything. You're saying we do this huge volume for this huge amount. We do slightly smaller volumes for a smaller amount. And we do this volume that you actually need for this amount. That's not a price anchor. It's just bullshit nonsense. So go from the bottom up. Right? And you can tell them we have 3 different tiers. You can say we can either make you 300 ads, that's like the entry level tier. We can make you 600 ads, we can make you 1,000 ads. And most companies, you know, like your size, they opt for one of the first 2 options. If you're a huge company doing like $100,000 months plus, you can go for the bigger option, right? Pricing on that is like this: for the 300, we charge 2.5K one time upfront. For 600, we charge 4K. Right, so it's a little bit less than double, so you get a better deal. So, you know, if you're medium size, you can go for that. And then for, you know, 1,000 ads, which is a shit ton, you should be doing volume for this to make sense. We charge 8K.
And then it costs.
Which also doesn't make sense because, you know, they get 600 for 4, and then 600 times 2 is 1,200, and you're saying 1,000 for 8, so you do more for the 1,000, but, for the 8,000, but whatever. 1,500 for 8,000.
$2,000 monthly just to refresh for 3 months.
Get rid of this fucking monthly bullshit. It confuses them. You say this up front, we do this, we'll generate that many ads. They'll say, okay, what if we need, you know, changes and variations and stuff? You're like, okay, well then we charge X amount per month to give you those, to work from the data that we developed. So your ads can keep improving. Only if they ask.
To keep refreshing all of the best ones. Keep those iterations.
Okay.
Then the tier below that is 600 AI ads, and we also deliver those in a month. But that's $5,000 one-time payment, and then it costs $1,500 just to keep refreshing.
What is this just to keep? What does that even fucking mean? I don't
Okay.
And then the last tier is just for people testing the waters. It's 250 AI ads. That's 2.5K one time, and it's $500 to keep refreshing.
What's the profession?
Okay. All right. So I'm going to be very honest. As you said at the start, you prefer a hard yes, hard no.
Yeah.
I would go with option 3,
See?
but I'm going to put a but in it. It's not, and this isn't you sort of getting to a soft no or whatever it may be. I would start it in March. The reason why is because our season doesn't really kick off until April. So, and our
Gotcha.
cash generation, we've got, I think I mentioned, we're moving factories at the moment to a new premise.
Yeah.
So our cash flow is a bit tough. So I would definitely pick it up in March and take it. The reason I go for option 3 is because I think our audience isn't as wide as a sneaker company or a
Yeah.
makeup company where they could benefit from having thousands because their target audience is in the ultra millions, the high millions, rather than ours, which I think is in the low millions. But I think UGC is vital, and I do think AI UGC would be vital and very important. So if you could deliver 250.
You're doing a great job, though. You're just shutting up, letting him talk, letting him sell himself on your service. This is good. So good job staying quiet. Thumbs up.
Videos for us by the end of March, I'd be saying, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay, perfect. So assuming then we will have to start at the end of February.
Yeah, middle of March. I'd say what I'd like to do is start on the middle of March. The clock's a bit forward on about the 28th. Easter is quite late this year. We always see a big uptick from Easter onwards. To allow our cash flow to do it, I'd say let's start on the 14th, or if you could be billed from the 14th of March, then I know we could actually just do it and get going on it.
Okay, perfect. Well,
Okay, awesome. So let's get going. Let me get your info. I'll take a small initial deposit. We'll lock in that date. We'll schedule the onboarding then, and then we'll make the rest of the payment there. Cool. Okay, Wave or Wise or Stripe, whatever you have. Okay, great. What's your info for the contract? And I'll send you the contract over, and I'll say start date is then. Cool. Yeah. Go.
let me just write down. Can we touch base via email or actually have your number?
No. This guy is depositable. You take a deposit for him. You say I take a minimum refundable deposit, and then I'll get your info now. It's for the contract. They'll draft the contracts. Let me do that. In the contract, I'll put the start date as the middle of the month in March. Okay, and that's when we start. And I'll send it over. And before that, we can very quickly make sure that it's all signed, it's all ready to go, and you're in our system to be taken care of starting mid-March. Cool. Okay, great. What's your info? Pull up Stripe, first name, last name. What's your billing address? Okay, and then when you put the line item, you say, okay, what's it called? Spotty Digital. What does that even mean, spotty? It's like a Dalmatian. Okay, spotty digital, initial refundable deposit. Okay, so usually I do $500, but you tell me whatever you're comfortable with. Then shut up. And this guy would probably say, yeah, 500 is fine. Like, okay, cool. blah blah blah. What's your card info? 899423.
Hey, you got my text, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is that the best way to contact you?
No, it should have.
Yeah, email or WhatsApp or text is fine.
Yeah, but okay, whatever. Up to this point is great. We're not going to talk about closing or objection handling or anything now because you got to fix the lead up to this. But great improvement so far, man. Very impressed.